Welcome to episode 21 of the Action Toon Bros.
Really? 21 already?
Yeah, my name is Matthew Lewis.
And I'm Ben Sturgeon.
And we are here with season 3 of Young Justice.
Oh, finally.
Finally, a season neither of us have seen before.
Yep, we're going in blindly to this one, kids.
Oh yeah, but yeah, both of us, for the first time, both of us going in blind for a show. And
Yeah, I know, right?
Copious amount of notes were taken. It's really, these first 5 are fantastic, and I am already super enthralled in the plot and wondering what's going to happen next.
Indeed, dude, indeed.
Okay.
All right, so let's just start this off.
Oh yeah, season 3, episode 1, Prince's All.
A very interesting name for our first episode.
Yeah. Also, it starts. I think it's a reference to some sort of book. I didn't bother looking it up. I think it's a reference to something. It opens on where the last season 2 ended, with Nightwing in the Watchtower telling Aqualad, "Hey man, I'm gonna leave you in charge. I'm gonna retire from the team." And he's like,
I need to break it up. Well, it's like, come on, dude.
He's like, come on, you're the leader. Dude. He's like, no, you take over after what happened with Wally and everything.
Yeah, I need out. It's
yeah.
Like, okay, fine.
And he said that Barbara will be there to help if he needs it, which is an important thing for later.
Yeah, definitely.
Aqualad then starts assigning the missions to everyone. We have Alpha Squad, Superboy, Miss Martian, Beast Boy will be taking Bauer's Own, the Green Beetle, told them that something's going on with Mars and need help.
Yep.
Next is Beta Team with Tigress, Kid Flash, Bumblebee, and Guardian, and they say that Lex is re-putting out the Reach drink from last time.
Yeah, only under a different name. Now, was this Guardian? Was it the same Guardian as...
It's Mac. It's,
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Mac. Okay.
Yeah, remember he took over from in that episode with Despero.
Right, well, that's right, because I forgot. All he was is, like, super strong, but... Okay, so
he's not super strong. He's kind of just normal.
Well, Mac is a normal guy?
Not because he doesn't have any powers. He's just kind of big and kind of athletic.
Well, either way, I just forgot about the whole episode with Despero.
Oh, so. Yeah.
Okay,
but, also, I was going to say, coincidentally, Inside Baseball, that's the episode that just went up today. As we're recording this, then episode 18, when we see Despero and Mongol, just went up. So
oh, really?
That's a funny coincidence. Or no, I think it was last week.
Either way.
Either way, it's the past, and we're in the future right now.
And then after that, we see Nightwish just like business as usual.
Yeah, that's all good. I guess I can retire now. 2 years later, another time jump. I was really happy to see this again.
And then we go to Markovberg.
Yeah,
Markovberg.
If you've seen any DC stuff, you know about Markovia. You know the 2 superheroes from there. Even the 2 main superheroes. I don't want to spoil who they are yet. I guess we'll just see in time.
That's fine.
But yeah, we see scientists talking to.
We can reveal who this is.
It's Simon X.
Yeah, Simon X.
And what we did, I didn't know this until I rewatched the episode. I was like, oh yeah, that was him. But yeah, it's Simon X is talking to a man named Otto about his sister who is going in for some sort of heart surgery.
Yeah, well, it was a heart transplant. And he's like, hey, I'm sorry,
your
Otto.
sister did not make it.
Yeah, didn't make it. We couldn't find a donor in time.
Yeah, and then we cut to the sister half knocked out being wheeled by some weird hat-wearing Stephen Blum-voiced henchman. And we see
by the way, I found out the name of this henchman.
Yeah, me too. They call him later as Henchy.
Yeah, Henchy.
So stupid.
And then, of course, she's actually alive, and she's just like...
It's like, what's going on? And she's just like, calm down.
Yeah, calm down, little girl.
And the guy, the EMT, Henchy, in disguise or whatever, takes her to an unknown location where we see her enter a big giant tube that fills with black goop. And
then, actually, X does say something interesting that we'll find out later, but... He wants to initiate the TAR protocol.
Yeah, you're right. We first mentioned TAR, which will be important this whole arc. But then... they see the dark substance rise over her, and does it lower, and then we see her as a weird monster?
I think we actually do see that transformation.
Yeah, and she's like, confused as a weird giant monster.
Yeah, big giant, fiery, molten
a monster that is later kind of sort of revealed to be Plasmus, the villain from the first episode of Teen Titans.
Oh, wow, you're
that big
right.
Boom monster that looked like Play-Doh?
Yeah, you're
that was
right.
Plasmus.
I actually forgot about that.
Yeah. Plasmus. We see that they are on... Does it say that they're on Ran right now when it opens the door?
Yeah, I was going to say, I think it does actually pull...
The Chiron says, Ran, and then she hops out, and she starts, fighting, kind of. And we see a new member of the Justice League, Ice. Classic villain who's usually with her partner Fire.
Yep.
But yeah, we see Black Lightning's there, and we see Wonder Woman, and in her outfit from the movie... Young Justice War or something like that. She has
her new outfit.
Yeah, it's
from the Now movies.
Yeah, it was in the movies, and I was like, oh, that's really cool coincidence.
Okay, yeah,
with the hair up, kind of.
That, but it looks good.
Yeah, that movie's also
of course,
available on DC.
All of this happens. Plasmus is going around beating the crap out of things. Black Lightning shoots lightning.
His weird black lightning at it.
Apparently, there's still some Earth qualities with the meta gene being activated.
Yeah.
Which, because as...
we see that Plasma has like a human like nervous system kind of inside
right,
of that
and
shape,
we also
vaguely.
see like there's a heart, too.
Yeah.
Actually, and like I said, there's like some aspects because she the original person who became this was not having a good heart gives out and she actually dies there. Black Lightning...
She like solidifies into like a weird like burnt kind of corpse of the Plasmus and passes out, and Black Lightning is like, wow, I didn't hit it with that much energy.
Yep, and then it's just like, it's dead, and...
the girl, what's her name? Alana comes over and says like, she pulls some weird device and scans it. It's like, this is a human meta. It's a girl. She's 14 years old.
Yep, and that's when Black Lightning just breaks.
He's mortified by what happened, and it's absolutely terrible.
Going further, we're going to talk about this, obviously.
Yeah.
But I do like what they did with Black Lightning in this so far.
Same. There's a lot of stuff in this which I want to talk about later with a character introduced soon regarding the Black Lightning TV show on CW, which I said was like the first season was really good quality. Second season's a little iffy, but still going. But yeah, it's just we'll talk about it with the character introduced soon. But Black Lightning kind of freaks out and he's really like gloomy and messed up about it. That's when we hit the intro.
Yep.
A new intro.
Yeah. What is it called? It's Young Justice. Outsiders.
Yeah,
see, first one was just Young Justice, then we had Invasion.
Yep.
Now we have Outsiders.
Yep, and if you are familiar with DC Comics, you know that Outsiders is a group that Batman sometimes goes with to be like a slightly older Teen Titans kind of group with like people who are just outcasts from like Teen Titans, stuff like that. It's a small group that he usually organizes that runs out of Gotham sometimes. But I'm assuming that's going to be, there's a bunch of groups forming in the beginning of this season. We cut to Watchtower, Miss Martian in a new form.
She looks like her normal self. Oh, sorry, her first true self.
Yeah,
where it was green
from the episode where with Beast Boy.
Yeah, but this time she actually takes on the white skin.
Yeah, she has the white skin. She's with the big brow and bald head, which is very unique. We have no idea why she looks like this, which I always love.
I guess maybe to embrace the fact that she's white Martian.
I assume it has something to do with the Bauer mission that they went on 2 years ago that we haven't seen yet. Remember, like how like the last season started with Aqualad being evil, and we had no idea why. I think this is like it's going to be a backstory. It's going to be revealed in a bit.
Oh yeah, okay. I know what mission you're talking about now. I was trying to think about you're like Bauer's. Oh,
they said you go on a mission for Mars.
Yeah,
we never see what happens with that mission. It's probably going to be revealed in the future.
As she's briefing the team, we see Aquaman come in. Only it's not Aquaman that we've known to grow with.
Before that, we see the teams after a mission when Steel and Black Lightning arrive. And
you're right. Steel and Black Lightning.
Yeah, Steel's on the team now. It's pretty cool. He's another like Superman friend of.
Honestly, I had to look that one up. I didn't remember.
You've seen Superman TAS?
A long time ago.
Also, the huge event back in the 90s, Death of Superman, when he was killed, Steel was like from that event and came from that series. When like three other people tried to pop up and be Superman.
I always called him Robo Superman.
Literally.
But I didn't realize his name was actually Steel.
Yeah, when Superman died, that's when like Superboy came around. That's when Steel came around. All the replacement Superman, he was with them. But plainclothes Black Lightning. He's not in his outfit. He's really like.
And what was his actual name? What did they actually call him?
His name is Jefferson Pierce.
I
know that from memory just because of the show. He's like almost out of costume the entire series, so I know.
Right. But they call him by Jefferson instead. But he's just like, are they ready? It's like, we're just waiting for the big man.
Yeah, and we see that Wonder Girl is wondering, like, hey, why is he out of his outfit? We see Static is very like,
dude, Static is old, and he's
older, but also he's kind of nervous about when Wonder Girl asks what's up with it. Also, last season at the finale, we saw that Static was being taken under Black Lightning's wing to be trained. We could have found out. He's obviously has a close connection to Black Lightning.
Definitely.
The new Justice leader is Calderon, Aquaman now.
Yep. Earlier I thought Aquaman was the first one, but you hear recognize Aquaman.
Yeah.
And you don't see normal Aquaman. You see Calderon. I'm like, I like this.
I was so happy. I was like, it actually took over.
This is good.
Awesome.
I like this.
He invites Miss Martian in as team leader for the group to observe the emergency meeting that they're going to have. Aquaman admits about the tough decisions and that they've had to make in the past and how they're being hamstrung by the government now. The UN Secretary Lex Luthor.
Oh yeah, there's that. And they also bring up seems like a very important aspect of this season.
Yep.
Metahuman trafficking.
Metahuman trafficking.
Yeah,
yes.
metahumans and metahuman trafficking.
Oh yeah, that is the big thing. The League says they're being restrained by Luthor, and they have they can't even do humanitarian missions. They're saying that everyone from world leaders to tiny nations to gangsters to corporations are using metahumans as like tools.
Yeah, like pretty much any villain that you can think of.
Yeah, and it's really cool. They say that Batman wonders if the League has outlived its usefulness and he's ready for an alternative. And he's ready to, and Aquaman is just like, or Aquaman. I don't want to call him Cal.
You can call him Aquaman.
I'm going to call him Cal, because I like
call him Cal.
And, the apparently co-leader Wonder Woman in her new outfit, who I kept thinking, like, is that Donna Troy, or is that actually, Diana? I couldn't tell which one, because she looks a little young still, but I guess that's the point.
Right.
The League can no longer serve its people, he says to them, and he prompts that Batman resigns.
Yep.
And this is when Green Arrow, voiced by Alan Tudyk, the huge, awesome actor, who's also like a bunch of people in the Harley Quinn show, which we should probably do soon.
We should probably do that, yeah. But
He's
that's still ongoing. So.
Yeah, but he follows soon and also joins, along with, we have a list of people, Batwoman, who I'm so happy.
That's right. Batwoman was never in anything until this.
No, well, animated-wise, she was in like a Batman animated movie, I think, and also the TV show.
That's right, because it was usually Batgirl, which was Barbara, but now it's Batwoman.
Yeah, she's there for the first time ever, but we immediately see her resigning.
We see also Hardware
from Milestone Comics, which was bought by DC back in the 90s, which also included Icon, Rocket, and Static Shock.
Nice.
They're all from Milestone, along with this dude. So yeah,
love it.
I didn't know who it was. I had to Google him too.
And someone that I'm actually familiar with because of a very horrible movie known as Suicide Squad, Katana.
Katana is awesome in that. Plastic Man also. I was thinking, did Katana have been anything else? I feel like she was in some like Justice League Unlimited or something.
She might have been in Unlimited. Like all of the heroes that we've not seen in Young Justice until now. I'm going to say probably have made at least one appearance in Unlimited.
Yeah, Green Arrow asks Canary to join him, and she's really pissed because he just dropped this on the team and ruined Calder's first real meeting, and everyone's all pissed about it.
Yeah, she's like, wow, you're all backstabbers. What the hell?
Yeah, she's like, how could you do this to Cal, and how could you do this to the team? Aquaman and Wonder Woman. I keep calling Aquaman and Wonder Woman.
Dude, it's going to be a while.
They are ready to issue a statement so that they have to disavow all of those people and their actions. And this is when Black Lightning's like, hey, I'm going to resign. I didn't know about this whole craziness.
He's like, dude, this is not prompted by what's going on, because I had no idea.
No clue.
But I'm resigning too because of personal reasons.
Yeah, I killed he says, when they were talking about the metahumans.
He actually does talk about it.
Yeah, when they were talking about the metahumans being used, he said, they're children, they're kidnapping children, I can't believe this. He was really pissed about that. That was the whole reason for him leaving now.
He's like, I can't deal with this if this is going to be what it's like. And, of course, Cal and Wonder Woman at least understand his actions.
Yeah, well,
not everyone else's.
Yeah, no, they're awful. But before Batman and
they're led by
Green
Batman.
Arrow leave, of course, they're automatically bad.
Yeah, I was gonna say, dealing with your logic, they're led by Batman. Of course, they're bad.
Yeah, of course. As they're walking out, we see that Batman tells a bunch of the people from the team standing outside like it's time to go, and a bunch of people start leaving as well. We see. Arrowette, who is a apprentice of Green Arrow, obviously.
Is that who that was?
Yeah.
Arrowette? Because I knew obviously it was an apprentice of Green.
Yeah, I think maybe it's his sister in the CW show Arrow. But also, spoiler, who is a Batgirl, the blonde Batgirl. I believe her name. It's not Cassandra Cain. She's not Barbara. She's the other one, Stephanie Brown.
Stephanie, okay.
Yeah, she's spoiler.
And we see
Robin.
Yeah, Tim Drake.
Yeah, also departing. They just walk off and leave and don't say a word. Everyone's like, what the heck is going on? It's just crazy.
Well, yeah, especially
Wonder Girl is pissed because she's dating this Robin.
Yeah, she's dating Tim, so she's just like, what the hell, Tim?
Yeah, and then this is when Batman turns to Black Lightning, who's also leaving, and saying, hey, man, you gonna do this? And he's like, no, I don't like you, Batman. You're an asshole. I'm like,
pretty much. He's like, dude.
I concur. He sucks.
Look, what you're doing right now is vigilante stuff. Yeah. I ain't a vigilante. I'm literally just... kind of like Wally and Artemis in season 2. No, I'm out.
Yeah, which is the premise of the beginning of the Black Lightning TV show. But he also mentions Batman Inc., which is an event that just recently happened when he actually organized all of his huge Bat family and tertiary members to work and communicate through him to make a huge superhero network and group outside the League. It's actual comic, a huge comic thing that happened, the Batman Inc. I absolutely love that. After that, Batman leaves. Black Lightning talks to Static, telling him, sorry about this, Virgil. And
you're going to need to find someone else.
Yeah, you're going to need to find somebody else. And this is when we cut to Moscow. Nightwing's investigating a facility.
And as he's investigating, where we see someone named... They talk about
the organization.
The organization? I thought it was a person.
Well, we don't know. No spoiler yet. We just know it's an organization referred to as Bedlam, dealing with metahumans.
And of course, as he's looking around, he's talking to, remember this important thing?
Yeah, Oracle. Which now I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute. Because when I heard Oracle, I'm like, but at the can we say this now? Like,
if you know comics, you should definitely know who she is.
I was gonna say, if you know anything, especially about Batman comics, after Barbara gets shot by the Joker, in The Killing Joke,
and paralyzed,
and paralyzed, she actually becomes
wheelchair bound, and she
you don't have to go that far.
Well, it's important because I have to like.
But she becomes like a sidekick to Batman and Nightwing as well, known as Oracle.
Yep, and it is important because in the old DCU before the New 52, this was a permanent thing. She was permanently wheelchair bound, and she was like helping them through communication, stuff like that. In the New 52, it was for a short time, and then she regained use of her legs and came back into being Batgirl and had a really good comic run. Currently, I think she's still like back as Batgirl, but like in other things, other people have had the name Oracle in other series, like the CW show. It's a character who's like a different person, but and also in old Smallville, there was a different character who was also Oracle.
Yeah, which means in this case, that means somewhere in those 2 years, either the Killing Joke had to happen, or this is just an alternate kind of thing.
She just decided to retire.
We'll find out.
We'll probably find out because we have to. But like the reason I said "oh no" is because that terrible Joker from Young Justice shot her. Freaking Brett Spiner's terrible Joker.
Oh, you're right.
And in this Oscar season, where the Joker is nominated for 11 Golden Globes or Oscars or whatever they are,
that's Joaquin Phoenix. That's not.
Brett Spiner, terrible.
But anyway, back on track.
Yeah, he easily takes down the lab and beats up all the thugs and blows up all the tanks and frees the kids.
Yep, and he actually analyzes one of the tar samples.
Yep,
and finds out that it's a substance only found in Markovia.
Yep, Markovia.
Yep. So now he's like, "Yep, we're gonna have to make a stop in Markovia."
Yep. Oracle then is like watching him through the islands, and she tells him, "We're going there." This is when we cut to the Markovia Cat Grant and Royal Family.
Cat Grant with the Royal Family.
Yep. She's interviewing them. We find out Victor Markov is the king. Ilana Delam Markov is the queen. They have a daughter named Tara.
Yeah,
Tara. A pregnant pause from all of us. Her name is Tara. Tara Markov, huh? Oh, what about that? Anyway.
And of course, Kat's given an interview
to Prince Brion.
Yes, Brion.
Brion Markov.
We get it. They're all Markovs.
Yeah, Markovia, and it's just a terrible.
And of course, Brion apparently came back after studying abroad for 2 years or something like that.
He states that he is still looking for his sister, and he wants to expand his knowledge to the world of the country. He wants to help. Mm-hmm. This is when Grant brings up the fact that Brion is 16 minutes younger than his brother, his twin brother.
Yeah,
so his twin brother is going to inherit.
Yeah, 16 minutes younger, which means his brother, Gregor, is technically heir to the throne.
Yep.
Oh, dude, talk about getting that short end of the straw.
That really sucks. And then immediately he looks visually upset, and then she cuts him off because that's when the king and queen come out and they say,
press conference time.
Oh, we have an announcement to make. We're going to allow all Karaki people from you talk much enough right now.
Refugees, the Kirakian refugees
from Bialia.
Yeah, from Bialia. That's what it was. Because Bialia invaded. So
try that stuff with Kundak. Get their stuff messed up.
It's Kundak. You get that's like saying if Bialia went to Asgard. No.
You don't step to Black Adam's territory. You just
But then again,
they speak out against the human trafficking of metahumans and say that they have a refugee place here. Victor pledges them Markovia will do anything they can to help. And this is when Brion meets a character who, this is the first time in this series, I literally gasped watching it.
Really?
Helga Jace.
I don't know her.
I know, you shouldn't know her because she's almost a nobody. But when he walked up and said, "Oh, Dr. Jace," I was like, what? I literally freaked out because if you've seen Black Lightning regarding the character in the future of this series, Dr. Jace is a single-minded, psychopathic, evil, mad scientist doctor in the Black Lightning TV show.
She's evil.
She is absolutely evil.
That might be a foreshadow.
Yeah,
probably.
because of something. Yeah, because of I literally was like, wait, that's a real. Watching Black Lightning, I didn't know she was a real named DC character. So seeing her pop up in this, I was like, wait, what? She's real.
That's.
Yeah.
You know, this is why I'm glad we're doing these because you know a lot of characters, including some nobodies.
Yeah,
so.
I was just shocked that she's actually real.
That's
like,
awesome.
Whoa, Dr. Jace, she's here. And also, that I immediately knew her whole deal because in that show, she's like willingly killing teens and kids to activate metagenes in that show. And this is like way before I even saw this season. So I was like, whoa, what's exactly? It's crazy.
But see, in this one, however,
so far,
I was gonna say, so far in this one, she seems very hesitant because Brion is like, you know, like thinks he knows why she's been abducted. And is this where he's like, maybe she can help him? Something like that?
Yeah, he's like, no, can you help me? And she's like, yeah, well, you tested positive for the metagene, and that means Tara also may have tested positive, and that could be why she disappeared.
Right. Yeah. So and so he's just like, you know, that.
Brion says this might be why she's abducted, and this is when Helga's like, "Oh, Markovian technology to create metahumans. If they have the technology, she might have been kidnapped."
Right. Yeah.
She's hesitant, but he wants to. I think this is when he always posits activating his metagene. Possibly.
Yeah. Okay. This is one he brings up. But so far, she seems very against the idea.
Yeah. She's like, no, maybe you shouldn't. Yeah. Maybe you shouldn't. But yeah. And then we cut to Star City.
Where Oracle's like, Nightwing, you do know that some of the Justice League resigned, right? And Nightwing's like, can't talk.
I don't have time for that.
Gotta do stuff.
I got some recruiting to do.
And this is when we see... Artemis wake up.
Oh, yeah, but also before we see him talking about how he's investigating the Markovia, and he says, this children's lab has a lot of energy, and it could be the perfect place to find people. I need to get a team together to hit this hospital in Markovia.
Yep, a children's hospital.
Yep. And
has a lot of energy going around through it.
Yeah, and this is when, we cut to Artemis living a normal life with the Roy clone and Lihan, the baby.
I mean, but here's the thing. Are they or are they not?
Who?
Artemis and Roy clone. Wait, what was his name?
They say in a second, Will, I think he calls him.
Yeah, Will. But yeah, are they kind of together? Or?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think because
it's his niece. It's her brother-in-law. They're technically brother-in-law.
Right? You're right, because
and her niece.
That's right, because Will is technically married to Cheshire, because
the niece.
Yeah. The child.
I don't think she got married or not, but yeah, he's technically brother-in-law kind of, and her niece, so they're living together. That'd be weird to actually in a relationship.
Because when I first saw it, I saw, Will's just like, Morty.
Yeah, they're like domestic. It was like, it's really weird. We'll see her. She wakes up in a bed by herself with her dog, Bruce Lee.
Yeah, Bruce Lee. I forgot.
That was really funny.
Dude, that has to have been Wally.
I know.
Wally must have named him Bruce Lee.
That reminded me of the joke from the Harley Quinn trailer. Have you seen she gets her two hyenas. She names one of them like, I named this one Wayne for that cute Wayne, that Wayne Tech guy. And I'm just like,
I did see that clip. I was like, oh Lord.
That's funny.
By the way, I'm gonna put this plug in here. If you guys haven't seen the Harley Quinn show, do so.
Yeah. Oh no, I was thinking it was from the movie.
Oh, from the movie.
In the movie, she
got Birds of Prey.
Birds of Prey, yes.
Yeah.
The Harley Quinn movie, Birds of Prey.
Oh, yeah. I thought that was a clip from Harley.
No, she also referenced Wayne in that, but yeah, like in the movie, she's like, I named like this hyena Wayne after that cute Bruce Wayne guy. I'm just like, that's hilarious. but
anyway,
her dog named Bruce Wayne.
So Roy clone, now known as Will, and Artemis are roommates. We're going to call it roommates. And they get a knock on the door, and who should it be but Nightwing?
You're like, hey, Roy, Will,
Will, I'm sorry, I'm not used to it. Hey, okay, Nightwing, Dick.
No, he calls him Richard.
Okay, Richard, Dick. Dude, yeah. First off, I'm like, clever.
Yeah.
Clever.
Also, this season, since it's on the DC app and not on TV, they have a little bit more blood.
Oh yeah, they have more.
A couple more racy jokes and
more
stuff.
freedoms.
Yeah, a little bit more freedom, which I really appreciate.
He's like, so who are you recruiting this time? Like, doesn't even like say, hey, how's it going? He's just like, well, Richard, Dick. Yeah. Who are you recruiting this time?
What are you here for?
He knew.
What do you want? This is when we cut back to Markovberg and we see hijab-wearing Karaki girl just walking around confusedly in the royal palace with like a serving tray.
Yeah.
And this is when she like opens the door and we see Henshi and some mysterious Karaki speedster run out past her and like she's like, what the heck's going on? And then Henshi grabs her from behind.
And but also, as this happens, we also see that there's security agents, Markovian security agents, trying to stop the speedster.
Yep, the speedster is Jaquil.
Jaquil?
Jaculi. Jakuli is a Karaki supervillain sometimes and stuff. He's a speedster.
Okay, is that all the villain's known as? His actual
He's part
name?
of a team, I think. But yeah,
I didn't know if he had like a
no.
I
think that's just his name, I believe.
Okay, one more time his name.
Jakuli.
Jakuli. Okay, so this guy now known as Jakuli.
Yeah.
Just passes by whatever and goes into the room of the king and the queen, and
he actually pulls out a knife and he just goes in, speedster kills them, and then runs out, which I'm like, if he needs a knife, he's not a real speedster. They would have just vibrated him with the hand like Zoom does if he wanted.
Well, he might be new.
He's also really slow, so compared to any other speedster.
Yeah, I was going to say, so it might be like a newly unlocked metagene kind of thing.
And he runs out of the room, and the Baron Delam says, we didn't introduce the Baron before. The brother of the brother of the Queen, Baron Delam.
Oh, that's right.
He appeared earlier. We didn't really point him out, but he's also the uncle of Brion and what's it, Gregor?
Yeah. Well, I mean, being
I just want to put on the relationship to everyone because he's important.
But you're right. Yeah, he's also the uncle of the princes,
and he's also the head of security. He confronts the speedster, and they pull a gun on him. He lifts his hands up and sees that they are covered in blood, and then he tells them, "Take them down." He just takes all of their guns. And this is when Delam takes out his sword to fight the guy. The guy just runs by him and is shot in the back. Killed.
Oh, no.
Yeah, killing this rando guy we barely know or care about, who's a very slow speedster. He's able to get shot.
Speedster guy is now dead.
Yeah. We see Brion and Gregor arrive on the scene, and they're like, what's going on? And this is when we see Brion runs in the room, and we see the bloody hand.
Yep, just blood everywhere.
Yeah, blood everywhere, and they have been killed, and he freaks out.
And now that we've had that dark moment, Happy Harbor time.
Yep, back to Happy Harbor, where
we see Oracle is informing Nightwing about what happened in Markovia.
Yeah, they just were assassinated. He's like, okay, well, that's important, but I'm still on this recruit mission, so I got to keep doing this.
And now, 2 seasons. You guys had 2 seasons to figure this out, but we see Connor and McGann living together.
Oh boy, yeah.
Yeah, because nobody saw that coming.
Yeah.
But anyway, so they're feeling good.
We also see that Superman's out of the picture right now for some reason.
Yeah,
he's been absent for a while.
He's been in space for a while.
Yep,
because Connor's feeling a little
meh, neglected from not being. And McGann's like, hey man, it's all good. You're just as good. Everything's gonna be great.
Hey man, like they're buddies.
Yeah, hey bro, you're doing good, man.
But anyway,
this is when Dick shows up and they're just like, oh boy, what does he need to eat this time?
Yeah, and he's just like, hey, welcome to our house. What do you need?
Yeah,
and Dick's like, I need to borrow your man.
Yeah, I need to borrow your man.
And of course, Connor's like, I mean, he's sorry. Dick is all like, yeah, quick in, quick out, nothing crazy, nothing big. And Connor's like, okay, sure. I mean, I will. At first he looks at McGann, and McGann gives him the look. Mm-hmm. And then he's just like, yeah, I mean, if it's gonna be quick, sure.
Yeah, sure, why not?
And then of course, Dick's like, yeah, no uniform, no uniform, and of course Connor wearing his usual shirt.
Yeah,
He's like,
I don't wear a uniform.
I don't wear a uniform. He's like, yeah, but your shirt counts. And then as he leaves, McGann's like, I lost a lot of people in my group.
Yeah,
I was hoping you would stay. And Connor's like, hey, I'm serious with you. Let me prove it. And
gets down on one knee and proposes.
With a nice Superman logo looking diamond.
Superman crest diamond.
A shield. It's a shielded diamond.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did Supes make that for him, or did he? He's not strong enough to make that himself.
Superman could have, because it could have been crystal from the.
No. He makes money by just taking a piece of coal, squeezing a diamond, and selling them.
Wait, who does?
Superman does all the time.
Oh, I was hoping it was like a crystal. From Fortress of Solitude.
Those are way too important.
True.
Just a random piece of coal.
And of course, McGann's all happy with this and everything. Yep. And so
they kiss, and we cut to G.
Everyone's favorite. Who's he voiced by now?
Is it Troy Baker? I'm not 100%
sure. It might have been. I don't know.
It's somebody doing a very Tim Curry-esque impersonation, but he sounds way more sinister.
I mean, obviously, with
Tim
what
Curry,
happened to Tim.
is unable to do the voice now.
But anyway, so of course we start off with, literally, it goes from yes, I want to marry you, kiss, to I know what you're thinking. Old G. Gordon's thrown off the rocker.
Yeah, he's like, I'm evil Tim Curry voice. And it's like, no.
That's what he starts with. He starts about, but G. Gordon, martial law, isn't that extreme? And he's like, but it was made for a reason. Right. Got Baron Delem. Yep. So he's interviewing the Baron.
Yep, and he says that he will be taking over until Gregor is old enough to take the throne.
A steward. Of sorts.
Yeah, he will be serving the court for now, and he's going to martial law to like crack down and everything.
Yep.
In the meantime, we see.
Yep.
Let's see. He says that they intend to not let to vet every Karaki or no metahumans allowed in.
Okay, yeah, that's sorry. At first, I was gonna be like, "What does to vet mean?"
Vet people, like check their stuff. Yeah,
yeah, to actually make sure.
Yep, Brian and Gregor are watching They're watching.
Making sure
the TV.
metahumans don't enter.
Yep, Brian and Gregor are watching, and they're saying, "Can we trust him?" And like, yeah, we can trust him. He's good. Brian believes that. Brian's like, "Are you sure about this coordination? It seems too fast."
Brian's like, "Dude, this is happening a lot quicker than usual. We need to like calm down."
Yeah, and
Gregor's like, "Dude, relax. Everything's fine."
Yep.
And then of course as he leaves, Brian is like,
Markovia needs a king and a hero, and this is when he phones Dr. Jace. Yep. And coincidentally, smash cut to Metropolis, Black Lightning visiting his two kids. Now, Jennifer and Anais, I was like, it's weird because they're the same age. Anais should be. Normally in the comics, Anais would be like a teenager right now or older because she would be on the Outsiders team. And then Jennifer is either like a kid or a younger teen.
Oh, but in this they are the same age.
In this, they both seem very, very young. Maybe Jennifer or Anais is older, but they seem like they seem like little kids. And like half the people on the Justice League and on the team right now would be their like co-level people. It's weird that they're so young. But yeah, and we see
that's right. He's his now ex-wife.
Yep, Lynn Stewart Pierce, sister of Jon Stewart, and yeah. And in the show, they're back
sorry, there's so many Johns.
Jon Stewart for the Green Lantern.
Yes.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, wait, what?
Also, like speaking of like minor spoiler for CW show stuff, Lynn would be related to John Diggle, aka Jon Stewart from Arrow, who was revealed recently to be that Jon Stewart, the Green Lantern. But I'm like, are they related right now? Because like it leads into a whole like crazy the world of the CW show's connections and stuff. Because she should be his sister technically, but they're like on again off again in the show. And I'm like, hey, Lynn, she's great. She's a great doctor. She works with Dr. Jason, who's evil. Okay. And it's like a whole thing.
But in this scene, Black Lightning's visiting his family.
Yep.
And ex.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, so
kissing
Lynn,
the daughters goodnight and saying, hey, keep it. I'm just.
He's like, hey, Lynn, so I just resigned from the League. I'm giving up this whole hero business. And Lynn doesn't think it's gonna last.
Yeah, you're gonna be back in the business.
Yeah, you'll be back.
He walks out the door and sees Nightwing.
Yep. And he's like,
immediately bringing him back in.
He's like, hey, why don't you join us for this one last mission? And Black Lightning's like, I'm not going to. I resigned for... There's a reason why it's called resignation.
Yeah, like I can't, and also I don't want to, but I can't because my powers aren't working because of my emotional state.
It's revealed that now the best he can do is like a teeny tiny
a little sparkle. Bit of... Yeah, he's barely able to do it. And he's like, hey, I just wanted you, not your powers. You gotta join me. And he
still says no.
Yeah, he's like, no, man. He's like, all right, well, here's the time and place, dude. Bye. And then, of course, cut to the team getting ready. We have... She's still going by Tigress, right? Artemis is going by Tigress.
Yeah, the only reason why she's Tigress is because Wally's gone.
Yeah, and they are getting ready to Zeta, and then Black Lightning's like, hey, don't forget me. I'm here for the mission. I'm already back in.
But remember, one time.
One mission, and then I'm out.
And then they all go on
the Super Cycle, aka Sphere.
Sphere, that's the name.
They go through the Zeta Tube under the bridge.
And that was the first episode.
Yes.
Now, I learned something about this episode and the next two episodes.
Yeah.
Apparently, in 2019, on when it debuted January 4th, the first 3 episodes aired.
That makes sense. They're
like with what we're about to describe. Yeah. So I'm just like, oh, okay. So, but still, for this being the very first episode.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot going on, obviously.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I can't really say I'm like super excited because we got the other 2 to finish off this arc.
Yeah, I was really hyped for these episodes. I was like, I like the connected story of this aspect, and I like all the new characters. I like how prominent Black Lightning is on the show.
Yes, I see. That's the other thing. I liked what they did because remember when we were doing season 2, it's like blah 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 Black Lightning. Who's that?
You know Black Lightning?
Yeah, it was like something like that. But now they're making him prominent. They're actually making him in a way, like making him be in a way that I can actually be like, okay, now I can know more of this guy.
Yep.
Because I don't read the comics like you do.
Or watch the CW show.
No, ew, God, no.
Like I said, Black Lightning Season 1 was good.
But anyway.
That's all I'll say about that.
But yeah, but oh my goodness, for this to be the start, we've already got, like, metahuman trafficking, we've got some, like, just a lot of things going on.
Oh, yeah. I love whenever the aspect is metahumans, like, as opposed to the first season where it was, a big group of supervillains, which is fun to see. Second one was all about aliens, which is space. DC's also kind of interesting. But when it's metahumans, that means a ton of superheroes, a ton of supervillains, a bunch of new people, and it means a bunch of, like, comic references that I just love to point out.
Right.
I just love that it's metahuman focused. That means there's going to be a huge scale of new characters and old characters, and it's going to be great seeing how them all pop up.
Oh, believe me, yeah. But, so far, I was, like, when I first watched this, I'm like, okay, this is a good setup. Where are we going from here?
Yeah, I was very curious because, like, if you see the like minor spoilage with the poster for the season, you see like Granny Goodness, you see spoiler Red Star, you see Haley, you see a bunch of people who I didn't recognize.
For him, it was I see name this. For me, I'm like, I know these guys. Who's everyone else?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, what are these characters? It's really cool.
But speaking of everyone else, we're going to go to episode 2,
Royal We. Also, I just realized, with the 3 episodes connected, do they all have, like, royal, like, Princess also, like, they're all royal references?
The first one was Princess, second one is Royal, third one does not have anything to do with royalty.
Okay. But
we'll get to that, though.
Yeah, we start with Beast Boy, Garfield Logan, on the set of a show. Voiced by Greg Cripes, the original Teen Titans voice actor for it.
Good.
And this is the mini bomb I wanted to drop. Friend of the podcast. He just followed the podcast on Twitter.
Like, wait, which one?
The Matthew Lewis podcasts. Matthew Lewis P.
The whole channel.
Yeah.
Okay, well, no, because I was like, which one? Because I know you have your Minotaur King one.
Oh, no, the Matthew Lewis P is like as the... Yeah.
Wait. Yeah. So... We actually got... you actually got, because it's technically your channel.
Yeah.
You actually got someone famous to follow?
I know, right?
That's crazy!
And also, I was just like, oh, is he one of those people? Because a lot of people just follow anybody who follows them on Twitter, because I followed him for a while. But, like, no, I checked, he has, like, several thousand followers. He's only following, like, a couple of hundred. So he would have specifically had to have said, oh, I'm going to follow this channel. So I'm like, oh, hell yeah, Greg Cripes, the original Beast Boy voice actor. That is I was so happy. I was so happy about this.
But anyway, apparently Gar is the star of a hit TV show.
Yeah, Space Trek
316. I'm like, are you serious?
Also,
it's good. It's fun.
Also, it's a genuine public service announcement about like metahuman trafficking, and if you see something, scream something.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Nothing bad about that.
Absolutely, it's funny how realistic it is, and how it's funny.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of humorous because it was a PSA.
Yeah,
but the way he did it,
it was like genuine,
actually good PSAs, not one of those silly like roll your eyes thing. But it was
very genuine. This is a real problem.
You even caught on. If you see something,
scream something. And it turns into a bird.
It turns into an eagle specifically because of bird cub.
Yeah, but it was a really cool thing. I was like, that's awesome. I love that.
Yeah, and then we instantly cut to GBS.
GBS, where footage of the National Assembly or the National Summit. Is it a metahuman summit specifically?
Yeah, it is a metahuman summit.
We see Catherine Colbert again, that weird French lady who's the liaison for the Justice League.
And remember how we talked about Batman, Batwoman, and all? She pretty much tells everyone publicly that
these people quit the team.
Yep. And of course, as that's happening, we get
UN Secretary Lex Luthor.
Yep, he comes in and he's like, he expresses how disappointing this is. This is like bad news, and prompts a debate for all of this.
He's like, I'm so disappointed that they were unable to like do their jobs. And this is when Aqualad Garth pops up and is just like, hey, the Justice League's been hamstrung because of all these UN regulations.
And then my favorite part, the UN ambassador for Bialia is like, oh, this is lies and slander.
Yeah,
they talk about the Justice League being open and things, but when is there going to be a Bialian hero
on the team?
And then
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman's just like, when there's not an evil Bialian with powers. And then, of course, this like stops him in his tracks. Like
everyone laughs. It's hilarious.
Lies.
Yeah, that was really funny. And then they all start screaming and yelling, and then everyone's like, "Oh,
course,
calm
Lex
down, calm down,
dude, guys, come on."
Yeah, Markovian ambassador Zavid Bazavi.
Yeah,
it's Zviad Bazavi. Well, that's a good freaking name I'd come up with for an RPG.
Let's go with Markovian ambassador.
Yeah. He stands up and says, "Let me make this clear. Markovia is going to close its borders to everyone, and no metahumans and no heroes." And this is when we see, as he's saying that,
we see Dick and the crew.
Dick, Tigress driving to Markovia, or at the airport.
Yeah, they're at the airport.
And then we see Superboy and Black Lightning on the supercycle just flying into there, and it's just really funny. And we see the intro.
I just think it's hilarious. It's like, we're closing the borders. We're totally going in.
Yep, they're just flying right in there.
And we cut after the intro scene. We go to Markovberg. All of these, like...
I can say Markovia, Markovberg, and then
Markovberg is in Markovia, so it's just... I'm going to have a little bit of trouble, because I don't know why. Markovia has always been difficult for me.
It's a weird word.
But anyway,
and everything's named
where we see Dick and Artemis dressed up pretty fancy at the coronation party.
This is when he says the plan is for them to go and investigate... Are they going there specifically to investigate the royal family? Well, I
was going to say, they are going to... investigate everything that's going on in the royal family, while Black Lightning and Connor are going to try to find the hospital and investigate what's going on
and
there.
The cemetery.
Oh yeah, and the cemetery. Yes.
Yep, they're going
to find out what's going on there.
Yep, they are sneaking in, and we see at the reception, Tigress and Nightwing are observing the Markovian royal family. They see Simon.
I was gonna say, this is when we actually get name drops, like full name drops of Simon X and what he does, and Helga Jace.
Yep, they say Helga, she's a doctor, we don't know if she knows metahuman stuff, but Simon definitely does.
Yep, and then we get Frederick the Lamb.
Yeah, the Baron the Lamb.
AKA the Baron.
Yep.
Is, giving remarks about,
introducing
Gregor, and, as all that's happening, Gregor and Brion...
a side conversation about how he'll be regent for the year and should we still trust him, and I don't know.
Yep, that whole thing.
Yep, Brion wants Gregor, he warns him like, hey man, he could do a lot of bad stuff if you let him do this, and he's like, oh, come on, chill out.
Yeah, and of course Gregor's like, dude, relax.
Yep.
You'll know this when you're king someday.
Yeah, but Tigress says that, well, we can rule Brion out. And he's like, well, no, everyone could be possible, we don't know who this could be responsible for.
Yeah, it's like, Artemis thinks that, Brion's safe, but in reality, Dick's like, not really, no.
Yeah, he says, like, hey, he could be, and then, like, he's communicating with Oracle still during the scene, but he's, like, not telling Artemis or anybody else that he's working with.
Which, by the way, this is probably the coolest... This is probably the coolest piece of tech ever I've seen in any thing.
The eye thing?
Everyone is wearing contact lenses.
Yeah.
Where it can change colors, depending on what you're doing. And it has kind of like a Iron Man kind of helmet thing going on. Where they have like a hub and everything. And like
a UI.
People don't have to speak. They can just what is it? Like
I guess
their thoughts or something. Because
there's no idea.
It looks like a chat room sometimes. Because one icon will have a text box going up and stuff like that.
It's very cool and very weird.
Either way, so
do they have Superboy and Black Lightning drop that package off in the graveyard, which is why what's name goes there later.
Right.
While they go into the children's hospital to investigate.
Yep.
While they're communicating, we see Brion talks to Helga Jace again, reminding her that I do want to become a metahuman, and she's just like, I don't know about this, but okay, go talk to Simon. And he's just like, all right, I'm going to do that. Yep. This is when Nightwing sees them talking, and they leave the party, and Nightwing begins to follow them.
Yeah, and this is also when Nightwing says that the top suspect is X.
Yep, it's Simon. And now that the Brion's going with him, I would assume that Brion would be the top suspect too.
Yep, Brion and X are top suspect. But they get a communication. We already talked about that.
Yeah, this is when Tigress goes to the cemetery to get some stuff.
But before she begins
to head there, but yeah, Black Lightning and Connor are sneaking into the children's morgue.
Yep,
right?
and of course, Superboy's like, why would this be the place? I don't know. Black Lightning touches the wall, and he's like, dude, there's a lot of power here.
Yeah, he has enough power to check the circuitry. And stuff like that.
He can still do little sparks from his fingers, but he can also see what's going on, which. that was something I didn't know he could do. Was like check
he can follow currents and stuff,
which I thought was amazing.
Yeah,
I like that a lot.
He's very intuitive with like currents and electrical pulses and stuff like that. It's really cool. They sneak into the morgue lab and they find the huge giant underground thing. This is when they lose communication when they enter the building.
Yeah, because once they go into this section of the all communication just gets knocked out.
Also, we see that they're all wearing these like MK ninja masks.
Yeah.
Which we find out later is what's scrambling their faces.
Ah.
You see the cameras they throw cameras all over the lab when they infiltrate. Mm-hmm. Whenever it sees footage of the camera, you see that their faces are like all swirly and you can't see them. It's because of those weird Mortal Kombat ninja masks.
But anyway, as that all is happening,
they are walking around, and this is when they find a disassembled Mother Box, which Connor has a lot of sympathy for because Mother Boxes are living beings.
Yeah, and he's like, dude,
like, oh my god, they killed this Mother Box and they stripped it apart, and this is terrible.
Black Lightning's like,
sorry,
do I need to give you some room?
Yeah, I was like, sorry, man, but he doesn't get it with the whole he doesn't. It's just like spirit and everything else. It's a living thing.
And as this is happening, they get some weird sound wave or something that disorients them.
Yeah, who
could it possibly be?
It's Vertigo.
Count Vertigo peasant.
I love Stephen Blum. He's
Dude,
great.
the moment I heard that, I'm just like, oh god.
Yeah, as always.
But yep, and of course,
this is when we see a second Plasmus.
Yep, and this is when the name Plasmus
finally find out
dropped.
that it is Plasmus.
But either way, I mean, if you read the comics or watched like
Teen Titans episode 1,
then you would know it was Plasmus from the beginning.
I didn't know. I didn't know what it was.
What I didn't know was that Plasmus was being reproduced, built, just like on a conveyor. Because this is the second Plasmus.
Yeah, but technically, Otto, whatever his last name is
the original.
Is the normal Plasmus in comics and stuff,
like in the main one.
In Young Justice or in Teen Titans and stuff, that was Otto in that.
Yep. And of course they fight and
not really fight. Like Vertigo's knocking them out, and Plasmus is like burning because the whole thing about Plasmus, his whole body is like burning. If you touch it, it'll kill you instantly, practically.
Well, yeah. I mean, he's not Plasmus for nothing.
Yeah, but fortunately, he's Superboy's half Kryptonian, so he's able to resist the burning.
Right.
But he starts punching the ground, and they escape into the sewers.
And then we cut to Tigress getting into her going to the cemetery to gather the gear.
Yep, and this is what. Oh wait, but do we talk about Henshi?
Yes, because as she's doing that, she notices some kind of purple light and goes to investigate.
Yeah,
which is where we see Henshi and two other guys.
Yeah, burying people,
burying the dead.
Yep, including the hijab-wearing Karaki girl we saw get kidnapped earlier. They're all a bunch of dead kids, I guess. Which is really
they're all dead. Because I don't know if we ever said this earlier, but she does. I forget how, but she does die.
No, they don't show it. They just cut to Henshi and them in a graveyard dumping bodies, including hers.
I thought we actually showed it.
Yeah, we never see anything happening to her.
Yeah, well,
we just see her getting dumped.
Dead.
Yeah, we see her getting dumped, and then we see like a huge purple light pops up, and she awakens from the dead. And there's like, just start digging faster, and he start burying the bodies.
Just dig faster. And of course, Tigress comes in, and she's like, I don't think so. Starts fighting.
She's like, what are you doing? She's a bunch of kids
starts
being
fighting
buried.
these guys, and we learn that these henchmen have, apocalyptic tech.
Yeah, Henshi pulls out one of those crazy plasma whips from before, and we see the girl is helped out of the grave by Artemis and makes a red after.
Yeah, and instead of purple, now she turns red and has like this big old shield going on.
Yeah, we have no idea what's going on, but Tigress manages to knock everyone out and escape on the motorcycle.
Yep.
Meanwhile, she escapes with the Karaki girl. This is when we see Simon and Brion driving in the car, just like, hey, I'm going to take you to, ditch any tails, we're going to make it to the hospital.
Yeah, we're going to go to the children's hospital.
Coast is clear, drive off, and then cut to Nightwing following them, amateurs.
Amateurs. Yep, and then, of course, this is now we cut back to Artemis with the Karaki teen on Supercycle.
She's communicating with the Supercycle somehow. The teenage Karaki girl.
Right, yeah. But the best part about this is Artemis is trying to talk to her and she has no clue what's
going on. Yeah, she's just not replying to her. She's like, oh, jeez, come on. Like, I'm glad you two are getting along, you and the Supercycle.
Right.
We cut to while Nightwing arrives at the hospital, finally behind Simon and Brion, we see Superboy and Black Lightning are running through the sewers and are about to escape when Black Lightning falls out of the drain. And
just falls out of the drain.
Almost breaks his back on a rock, and then Plasmus is caught by... Superboy is caught by Plasmith and squeezed till he passes out.
Yep.
Simon and Brion enter the hospital, and Nightwing sends a bug to follow him into the thing, but he loses communication with it as soon as they pass over the secret door.
And of course, Oracle at this point informs him about Superboy's signal, and Superboy and Black Lightning's signal.
Yep, and Black Lightning is separate from them, and this is when he scans and sees that he has passed out. He tells Tigress to go to him instead of meeting him at the lab.
Yep.
On her way, she tries to communicate with a girl. Yeah, she's unable to, but she manages to get a couple of she's it gets a couple of vague words like I understand, I'm fine, I'm okay.
Yeah, just
good,
very kind of like what's her name from the group of kids with Long Shadow in them.
Oh yeah, Asami girl who can.
Yeah, Asami.
She only spoke Japanese.
All she said was Simo said, but then she turned to broken English.
Yeah, she's like, I understand. Yeah, she's a very heard.
Only in that case, Asami actually understood.
Yeah, this is when
girl does. We don't know if she does or not.
Yeah, we don't know, but this is when they land and they find Black Lightning, and they deduce that Superboy must have been captured because he did not follow him or help.
Yep.
Plasmus brings Superboy to Vertigo, who takes off his mask and is just like, oh, of course it's them.
Of course it's these kids.
Yep.
Who are not kids anymore.
Yeah, technically he would look the same, right? He's an age, remember?
Well, he doesn't age physically, but he still gets older. Come on. They've had this argument about who they can indict into the Justice League. It's biology or chronology.
Simon brings Brion to the facility, and he immediately is just like, "Oh my God, you guys are evil!" He introduces everything, you're kidnapping kids, you're kidnapping kids, and you're making metahumans, and you're killing everyone. He's just
and then Simon sedates him.
Yeah, he's like, "What the hell? Do you have to figure all this
shut
out?"
Up.
Vertigo's just like, "What are you doing? Why'd you bring him here?" He's like, "I thought we were supposed to. I don't know."
Dude, you never told us your plan.
Yeah, it was very funny.
By the way, what is the plan? Ugh, peasant.
Yeah, it was very funny. He's really pissed. He's like, "You're gonna answer to the boss."
Yep, and then we find out Black Lightning tells Tigress and everyone about what's going on, and of course this is when it's like, okay, Superboy,
we need to rescue him first.
Superboy top priority. We got to do this now.
Yep, Superboy and Brown are both in pods. Vertigo orders Simon. He says, "You're the boss." Oh, also before he passes out, Gregor says, "I'm going to tell the royal family about this," and then Vertigo's just like, "Oh, you think the royal family is not in on this? You're a fool. You know, we don't know who though." He says, "Simon, I'm going to kill you if you mess this up." And Vertigo leaves Simon and them with the thing. He talks on the phone. He's just like, "Yeah, Your Highness," meaning he's reporting to somebody who's high up. "We have a lot of complications." And Henchy's just like, "The girl, she's alive." And he's like, "What?" "Yeah, some blonde girl saved her." And he's like, "Oh my God."
And then I think
Vertigo's pissed
Simon
about all the
leave?
craziness.
Yeah, Simon and Vertigo leave, and this is when Jace is like, "Hey, I'm gonna do this," and starts dousing Brion in tar.
In the tar, yeah, and he's like, "Oh,"
and Brion's like, "No, stop these now!" And Jace is like, "Look,
don't worry, this is all for the best.
This is what you wanted, and this is gonna be for the best."
Yeah, this is when I was just like, "Yeah, okay, she's doing what she's supposed to do. She's evil." I assumed she was gonna be.
This is where we actually cut the episode.
This is where the episode ends.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I'm sitting here, I'm
part.
like, okay, this is getting better.
Yeah.
I mean, I still, I want to know how all this fits in, but I'm like, I'm gonna like this a lot. I know this already.
Oh yeah. Also, I know the character, so I was like, "Oh, I'm waiting for him to get his powers."
Yeah, but right now, see, to him, he knows what's going on, sort of, to some context.
I know Jason. I know this character,
for me, I'm like,
Marco.
So does this make Jace a good guy or a bad guy?
Right now in my head, I'm like, yeah, she's a bad guy. Of course she's a bad guy. I know this character. She's a bad guy.
Right, but no, to me, I'm like, is she or is she not? Because
she seemed nice. Yeah,
she's doing exactly what Brion asked, but Brion was pretty much like, not like this.
Yeah, he was very weird.
Like a Lovecraftian thing. I want this, but not like this.
Yeah, it's really cool, and I'm like already enthralled with this. I'm also loving that it's a continuous 1, 2, 3 episode plot. I'm loving it so far, and we're now getting to the final part of this trilogy of episodes.
Yep.
Imminent Threat.
And I gotta say, this starts off very powerful. Because we get Courtney Whitmore.
Stargirl.
Stargirl?
The superhero who's getting a CW show very soon. She's also in Justice League Unlimited. She's the one with the staff.
Oh, Yeah.
red, white, and blue outfits.
I never actually made that connection.
Oh, yeah, Courtney Whitmore is
we get
Stargirl.
Stargirl, interviewing Garfield Logan on the, once again, on the set of Space Trek. Sorry, I want to say Star Trek.
Exactly, yeah.
But here's a very interesting thing that I had to re-look up because I had forgotten, but the first thing that they mention is Garfield's relation with Queen Perdita.
Yeah, of Latva.
Of Latva. Which I'm like, I know that name, and I know that name because that was the floozy from Justice League with
Floozy, don't you mean the sick dying girl who Wally saved with a heart transplant?
In this universe, that's what it is. But I'm like, wait a minute, because the first I heard Queen Perdita, I thought of the friend of Diane from Justice League.
That really weird episode.
Then I looked it up, I'm like, oh no, this is great.
Oh, so
and then of course Gar is like, hey, how'd you two meet? Gar was like, yeah, about that. We met at a funeral for our best friend.
A fast friend, I think that's
fast friend was it?
Yeah.
For a fast friend, and she's just like, yeah, but I hear you're doing like trying, awkward kind of thing.
Yeah, your PSA is about human trafficking. Is that important? He's like, yeah.
And then Gar like goes like super serious.
Of course.
And you know what I don't like about Gar in this scene?
What?
He looks like a hipster.
Really?
He looks like a total hipster.
I was gonna say.
I know that's Beast Boy's like.
Yeah,
that would be his style.
Yeah, but I was gonna say of course. With was it friend of the show, Greg Krabs? I'm gonna keep bringing that up every second. If you see his his whole persona, he's like a very very chill, bro-y surfer dude in real life, and he's like super activist and like always making political stuff, and he's like actually
so this character's actually
it's actually more like modeled on the actual voice actor for his kind of personality, stuff like this. And I think it's very funny that he's it's such a weird thing for the actual guy, but he's very. I like the personality of this guy because he's so. He's so removed from everything we know about him from being a superhero and stuff. He's using his abilities for a TV show. It's just so different.
He
and
also
cool.
does mention that, by the way,
Yeah.
Because he talks about how he's the first meta citizen, to be out and open about it.
Yeah, just be a normal human. Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought that was actually a pretty cool thing to learn.
Yeah,
too.
I really like how cool and political he is, and it's really funny. Cut to Markovberg in the Bedlam operation facility beneath the Children's Hospital.
Where, Tigress informs the pretty much tells the Karaki team that, hey, I'm gonna do she says everything, I'm going to do Black Lightning, everything, and of course gets blank stare. Yeah,
she does not help, and is like, just stay with the bike,
stay with the bike.
sphere.
And then as Tigress leaves, for some random reason, the Karaki girl looks over at the at the castle, I think it is, and all she does is she glares and she says, "Kill." Yeah,
or she's a kill, or she's like revenge or something like that.
No, kill.
She says kill. Yeah. We see Nightwing entering the hospital in disguise. He gets a doctor's robe. It's really funny. He walks by.
Yeah, I know, right? I think that's hilarious.
Yeah, there he changes into a stealth gear into a secret door into the facility. This is when he loses contact with Oracle.
Yep, just like everyone else.
Yep, everyone who goes in this way, he is able to contact Tigress and Lightning while they're in the sewers. He slips into the facility and overhears Count Vertigo. He's like, Count Vertigo, of course.
Yeah, he's like, see, I liked it because in the last episode, Vertigo takes off the mask. He's like, of course.
Yeah, and he's just like, of course, it's Vertigo.
Yep, and this one, it's like Nightwing looks, here's Vertigo, of course.
He's having Henchy shut down the pods and move this facility because they've obviously been compromised.
Mm-hmm.
Lightning is like, hey man, we gotta save these kids. But he's
Nightwing's
we gotta deal with Bedlam first.
Yeah, we gotta deal with Bedlam.
He focuses on, and also we gotta find Superboy.
And as this happens, he finally discovers Superboy and Brion with Jace and X. Only X is not happy.
Yeah, we see Nightwing enter, but he's about. Is he with it?
No, he waits and watches, and of course we find out that this was not supposed to happen.
Yeah,
this part of the plan was not supposed to happen.
Yeah, Vertigo is very very pissed with X about what happened. He's saying this is all your fault. His Highness is not going to be happy about this. Still not being clear who the royal.
Of course. Is.
He questions Jason and saying, "You're responsible for this." Like,
like Dr. X is like, "You betrayer."
Yeah,
trying to make himself look good.
Yeah, Vertigo uses his powers on Dr. Jace, and she's getting really sick and confused.
She's getting vertigo.
Of course, yeah, all those things. This is when they assume the Highness is referring to must be Gregor. This is when Black Lightning, Tigress, and Nightwing are like, obviously Vertical's working with him. They're helping him get Vlatva, and he's helping them take over Markovia.
Yep.
They exchange things, and they're ready to attack. Let's see. They believe, they're 100% thinking that it's Gregor behind everything now.
Yep. And then we cut back to a big old fight scene where Plasmus attacks Tigress and Lightning.
Oh, wait, before that, we see Baron Frederick DeLam show up to the facility.
Oh, yeah. Oh, what?
Yeah.
Baron DeLam?
Baron DeLam, and this is when, he, like, what's it called, makes the connection, like, oh, B. DeLam, Bedlam, duh.
Yep, B.
When
DeLam.
Nightwing makes the connection, like, of course it's Bedlam, duh, I'm an idiot.
Yep.
Yeah, this is when Plasmus jumps out of the nowhere and attacks them.
Yep, it jumps out and attacks, and as Plasmus is attacking Tigress and Lightning, Lightning can't get his powers going. They are...
He keeps flashing back to the... I forgot earlier.
Flashing back, yes.
To when he killed that other Plasma, a.k.a. this Otto's sister, on Ran.
But then, of course, as all this is happening, and it looks like they're about to get defeated, the Karaki girl comes in and saves them with a barrier.
Yeah.
And this is when she gets her unofficial name from Tigress as Halo Girl.
Eventually she is the superhero Halo.
Oh, she actually becomes... Oh, so she's Halo?
I believe that's her, the character.
Huh.
Yeah, she's a decent character.
But I'll learn more about this in this.
Yeah, of course.
But,
she's still the Super Cycle, which also starts like shooting lasers and crap all over the place.
Yep. And of course, Artemis is like, I'm so glad you didn't listen to what I said.
Yeah, they fight their way out of the Bedlam facility. Vertigo and Henchy are like keep moving the pods and manage to escape. Right?
And then of course, also Delam wants X to kill Jace.
Yep, but Nightwing takes him out. I love all this is happening, and X hasn't even activated his powers yet. We should find out later this episode.
Yeah, we'll find about that.
It's very funny.
Later. But spoilers, she has powers.
Yeah, Jace frees Brion, and like Nightwing, Superboy, help me, and Nightwing gets Superboy out.
Yep, and of course, Delam knows this is the escape, and he grabs a digital copy of the security footage.
Yep, and I was like, oh, he's gonna frame him. I immediately knew that in my head.
Well, yeah, because he's a royal official. I mean, come on.
We see Tigress, Lightning, and Halo are all on the Super Cycle and ready to get out of there. But Plasmus knocks it out of the air, and it's like a huge, giant fight.
Yep, and Plasmus gets into like this, and Vertigo just opens up a boom tube. And he's like, all right, here we go. And the pods that they were, trying to make escape, well, they escape.
Yeah, and Delam gets out on the railway system and all of a sudden they like start burning all the lab, and the lab's destroyed. No evidence of it.
Oh no, that's right, because before Dick and Jace left, Dick was like, "Hey, do you know a way to destroy the tar?"
Oh yeah, and he like blows it up.
And she's like, "Yeah, there's one way." And then that's when you see, and then you see Plasmus fighting, and then now the lab gets destroyed. Yep.
And is this when the Lamb goes back to the royal palace and is just like,
Brion
did it.
Brion is to blame. And of course, Gregor's like, you're lying, obviously. And then he's like, but I have proof.
Yep.
And then of course, as Nightwing and them are like leaving, Oracle through that text thing is like, hey, turn on the TV. You'll want to see this. And then the Lamb is like, here's the footage and blah blah blah, metahumans and
GPS,
like everything,
is showing all this stuff.
And then of course it's like, this isn't good.
Yep, and it's when Brion freaks out from watching him being framed, and suddenly starts like melting the ground and like turning into weird lava.
Freaking out, and he's like, what is happening to me? And even like Superboy and Jason are just like, dude, focus on your breathing.
Yeah.
Calm down.
He like melts into the earth and then starts like digging like a old Bugs Bunny cartoon.
Yeah, right? Like, it literally looks like that. And all of a sudden he's like, no, I won't come. And Superboy's like, look, if you keep freaking out, your powers are going to go haywire. You got to control your powers.
Yeah.
Breathe deep. My first thought was,
yeah,
of course it would be Superboy.
Yeah, they point that out
this
later.
Rage monster.
Yeah, of course it's very funny.
Yeah, I just thought it was humorous a little bit.
Yeah, this is when all the bad guys show up in a big giant boom tube.
Yep.
Wait, did they Zeta out or did they boom tube out? Vertigo and them in the lab.
I know they just left like normal.
I thought they like went through a portal with the kids and the stuff.
Well, I know the kids and the stuff went through a portal. I don't remember if they did or not. I don't remember if they did or not. Either way, boom tube, we get Vertigo, X, Henchy, and Plasmus.
Yep, they
all
pop up. And of
course, this is when you see, this is the big reveal that, X is a
metahuman.
He's metahuman. However, before this, Superboy was going to take Breon to Breon leaves in another rage, and Superboy was going to chase him. Bad guys appear, and Nightwing's like, Superboy, follow him. We can handle this. Yep. And Vertigo does the lamest thing ever. He's like, oh, you lowered one Superboy, and I'll raise you 1, 2, 3, 4 as he's counting. Like a count. Yeah. You see Dr. X. Dr. X is actually, and that's ECKX. Yeah. Not the X. Yeah. Is literally splitting himself up into copies.
Multiplying himself.
And a lamest joke after that is, we see why he's Count Vertigo.
That Tigress said that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Dude, who else would be snarky like
so stupid.
That? Well, actually, they would, but anyway. So long story short. Even though I've made it long.
Of course,
Dr. X can split himself into other people.
And this is when I think, who makes a smoke bomb? Dick does?
Yeah, he's like, let's even the playing field and makes a
smoke bomb. And everyone starts fighting and punching and everything. It's a huge, cool fight. All the X's keep trying to jump on people, but they all suck because he's a doctor, not a fighter.
Yeah.
And then the Plasmus seemingly kills Halo.
Dude, remember how we said this is on the DC app now?
Yeah.
And how they have a lot more freedoms. Dude, we're talking, Halo is doing some barrier stuff like that. We see that Plasmus literally slams her face on the ground, heats up his hand, and literally burns her face.
Yeah, it's literally
I'm just sitting here, I'm like,
whoa.
Yeah,
it was absolutely insane.
It's that kind of violence. And seeing this, Black Lightning is not happy. And in this fit of rage, in this fit of another kid died, and him remembering what happened the first time, he gets his power back, and he's just like, come on, fight me!
Yeah, he actually holds back Plasmus, not killing it this time.
And not killing it this time because apparently there's a weird microchip on his neck. Plasmus.
I believe the shotgun destroyed at this point or later.
Right now it's just a fight because we go back to. I think this is when we cut back to the Breon going to the because we find out the lab.
We said before that. I mean, they finds a device on his neck and actually shorts it out before that.
Oh yeah, you're right because this is also after that happens. Everyone's like, oh no, Halo, Halo is now officially dead. And we literally see half of her face is skull and everything like that.
He starts healing back up.
Oh yeah. Spoiler! I want to build that up a little bit because she was dead.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden she just sits up
with purple lights.
Yeah, glowing purple, and she's like, everyone freaks out, but she's like, not dead.
Yeah, that was really funny.
and she legitimately quicker than that, she just regenerates herself.
Yeah, but they destroy the chip, and then it kind of regains its faculties. The Plasmus does and helps them fight off X and everything.
Yep, and this is when Vertigo and Henchy are like, okay, time to go, and boom, toom, bab.
Yep, and this is when Nightwing catches the real Dr. X after knocking out all the copies of it.
Yeah, I like it because it's like, not again. He's like, yes, again. Knocks out the real one, which takes all the clones out.
Yep, and this is when we see trudging Breon back to the palace, I'm a crazy
And then,
monster.
of course, this is when the Lamb's like, see, I'm telling the truth and everything. Breon's like,
he made himself a metahuman. We gotta.
Yeah.
He's like, you did this. And he's like, he's a metahuman. We can't trust metahumans.
And immediately, as Breon goes to fight, the Baron. Rips off his shirt and reveals that he's a meta.
Yeah.
And he is fighting admirably.
Yeah, also, he's also a rock thing, which is...
he's more... No, he's just gray stone looking thing.
Yeah, stone. Because the Markov family... specifically, the Markov family seems to have elemental earth-like abilities.
Right.
Including... Or no, not... Who knows?
We get it. I get where you're getting, but no, we're not going there.
But no, specifically, he's like an earth-like rock skinned.
Now, wait, was it the Markov or was it the Lamb part?
I guess it would be the Delam part, technically.
Yeah, because he's a Delam.
Yeah, the Delam part, the Delam
so it's mother's side.
Yeah, the mother's side of this family line seems to have earth-like abilities.
But yeah, either way, he's being masterful about it, while Breon is, not doing so hot.
Yeah, but this is when the... Oh, shit, bad. But this is when while they're fighting, does Superboy show up and try to help?
Before the fight starts, Superboy comes in and tells Breon there's another way of doing this.
Yeah.
But of course, Breon doesn't listen.
He's like, he's working with the metahumans. He probably this.
Yeah, and this is when that's what sets off the rage.
Yeah, Breon, he's like, oh, he's probably worked with the people who killed your mother, and this is when they finally start fighting again. And it's revealed, that Baron Bedlam, which is the name of the villain, in his super villain name in most of his Baron Bedlam.
Yep. But anyway, we all, after all of this happens, he's like, I'm gonna say his name's Baron Bedlam.
Yeah.
Baron Bedlam's like, see, I can save you, and Gregor's like, okay, this is what we're gonna do. You obviously were lying this entire time. What are you talking about? I had to become a metahuman. Yeah, but here's the problem. I can see my brother here. He's not doing so hot with his meta powers. You, however, are doing this for doing this as if it were nothing.
Yeah.
So clearly you've done this years before anything. So yeah.
That was really funny. I love that you immediately deduced everything happening, but then
but that's what I also liked. He wasn't an idiot.
Yeah.
He was actually smart.
Yeah, he was very intelligent.
And of course,
normal
Bedlam was like, "I'm gonna punch you," and then Superboy's like, "Okay, no, punch."
Yeah. Knocks him out, and he is arrested. And this is when that weird Zvyad Bavzavi
and he's like, "Okay, look, you're still gonna be king." But this whole meta thing that we've been dealing with...
we can't have metas here.
We got to get all of them out of here because we've suffered enough, haven't we?
Yeah, and
of course Gregor's like, yeah, but what about my brother? He's like, he's a meta now.
Yeah, he has to leave the country.
You're going to have to do the thing as your king for your people.
Yeah, and this is when Superboy's like, hey man, he's like, of course, Breon's completely devastated by this turn of events, but then Superboy's like, hey man, I got your back, I'll take care of you, man, don't worry about this. And he flies off with him. This is when the Markovian man
notices the
battle with Plasmus is there.
Some Markovian man notices
some random farmer on the shore. It's just like, oh, you're there's a monster. I'll get my gun, and then like
I'm getting the gun. Hey, because we haven't seen any other animation where a farmer saw an alien and got his gun. DBZ reference.
Oh God.
Sorry, with that new game Kakarot out.
Of course.
But anyway,
he runs over and he shoots it, and Black Lightning freaks out.
Shoots it in because
the human nervous system.
That nervous system thing. This one has a brain in it, and it gets shot right through the brain. And the farmer's like, "I killed the alien."
Yeah.
And Black Lightning is not happy.
Yeah, of course he zaps the gun out of his hands.
Dude, you killed an innocent kid. You idiot. And when you do that. Ooh boy!
Yeah, and this is when Superboy and Breon return. Tigress and Nightwing are all there, and Dr. Jace and Halo are also there. It's a whole big group of people.
And of course, Tigress asks Nightwing, "What do we do?"
Yep, and
that's
when the episode ends.
That is when this 3-part season premiere ends.
Absolutely.
Woo!
That was a crazy
I like how the first villain, the very first villain we ever get in season 3 is Vertigo.
The first villain we got is Plasmus, technically.
No, I mean like master. When I say villain,
mastermind.
I mean like the mastermind behind everything.
Did he left though, right? Him and Henchy got away?
Him and Henchy went through a boom tube.
Yeah, they got
Yeah, but either way, I like how the first villain that we go through, because in this universe, I'm saying Plasmus is not a villain per se, because they're being mass produced and not only that, but they were being mass produced and under control, under manipulation. Yep. So I don't count them necessarily as villains.
I think technically in what's it called, they were being used, because like it's the guy whenever he's awake he turns into that thing, and it was like Cinderblock and all that stuff.
but so our first villain we get is Vertigo.
Count Vertigo peasant.
I'm like, oh my goodness. But then I'm glad they introduced a new villain with Bedlam.
Baron Bedlam, yeah.
Yep, with Baron Bedlam. And I'm like, I can't wait to see what they're going to do with this.
Yeah.
And now we have new characters, the now Halo.
Yep, and Red Star.
Red Star?
Red Star is the name of the character who he is.
Which one?
In comics, I'm about to say Tara's brother.
The guy. Oh, you're talking about Breon.
Yeah, Breon.
His name's Red Star?
I believe it's Red Star, yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, and Red Star. And for me personally, we're getting more information on Black Lightning.
Yes, which is really interesting.
Every single season focuses on a character I never thought they would focus on. Mm-hmm. In this one, it's Black Lightning for me.
I'm really happy about it.
I like this.
Yeah, I like it so much watching the CW show.
But now, Matt.
Woo.
I'm not going to lie. Mm-hmm. We just got done with 3 of the 5 episodes because we're covering 5 today.
Oh, yeah?
I'm going to say, right now, this 4th episode is by far the best one ever.
I'll say it's up there, yes.
It is really the best one of these 5 that I've seen, not gonna lie. And that is episode 4, Private Security. Oh, where do we begin?
Star City, actually.
Well, yes, because we see this is how I knew they weren't together, because Artemis has her own room, and we see actually Will come out of his room.
Yeah.
It's like, hi, Artemis. No. Coffee first. And then, of course,
Will
he's like...
Harper, technically, right?
Yeah, obviously a Harper.
Roy.
No, obviously
Roy
a Harper.
And I have, like, Roy Clone in my thing, or Harper Will. They call him Will.
Yeah, Will Harper.
Who tells...
And, yeah, he's like, as they're down getting coffee and eating breakfast with, what's her name? The little girl?
Lehan.
Yeah. Okay, Lehan. He's like, hey, I don't mean to point the elephant in the room, but we see... On the at the living room table, we see Halo is literally like 2 feet in the air, like sleeping.
Is she a yellow order when she's floating? Or
yes, yellow is floating.
I believe so. Yeah.
No. Sorry. Orange.
She orange?
Because we do get yellow later on.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Orange is when she's flying, and he's like, and then we get. Trust me, you're gonna understand when I say this. We get the phrase of the day. Where's Dick?
Yeah, where's Dick?
Yeah, where's Dick? And then we cut to Metropolis.
Yeah, Happy Harbor specifically, right?
Yes, Happy Harbor. No. Oh yeah. Sorry, I jumped a little bit.
Yeah, Brion.
We start at Happy Harbor where we see
Brion is staying with Connor and McGann, watching the coronation of his brother.
Yep, and he's being upset, and
of course.
his powers are kind of being haywire.
Yeah.
As this is happening, McGann's like, I didn't know we were gonna have a guest, and he's like, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't either.
Yeah, but
apparently
also he's reminding Brion. So many names. Brion is reminding McGann of a young Connor when he was full of anger.
And Connor's like, he's reminding me of that too. Yeah, he's like, trust me, I know too.
Yeah, and there's like McGann's like, this is ridiculous. Where's Dick?
Yep. Where's Dick? Now we go to Metropolis where we see Black Lightning on the phone saying, "Hey, this is me again. I'm taking Helga out to coffee."
Yeah.
I
put her up at the Luther Grand. Yeah.
Oh, and we're gonna get coffee because, well, I don't know what to do with her.
Yeah.
Where are you?
Yeah. Where are you, Dick? This is do we see him and her like hanging out right now, or is that later?
That's later, but we actually cut to
back to Star City.
Yep.
Back to Star City, we see Will is going to his job at Bow Hunter Security.
Where we see Dick, Jim, and Roy Harper.
Yeah, teaming up for another crazy Dick plan.
Which, by the way, that is the original Guardian.
Yeah.
The original Guardian and the now Arsenal.
Yeah. Who is like the younger? He's not Arsenal anymore, is he? Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, he is.
They're still in the business.
Dude, I mean, come on. He still has the arm. So
of course. Yeah, they are.
And of course, they're like, "Hey, I got a mission." He's like, Dick's like, "Hey, I got a mission for you, Will. I mean, it has to do with human trafficking, human trafficking, and I thought we'd make this an all Harper thing." And of course, Will's like, "All Harper and one Grayson." Well, okay, here's what's gonna happen. And then you see everyone suit up in just like regular button-up shirts,
security officers,
just security officers.
Yeah,
I'm like, dude. The moment I saw this, I'm like, this episode is going to be the best.
I loved seeing them in like regular.
And Dick's like, what's going on?
It's very.
And he's like, hey, you guys are gonna help me.
Yep.
And if you guys help me with this one favor, then I'll help you tonight.
Yeah. This is when we get to a public park with Artemis and Halo.
Yes, and of course, and we learn that Halo is learning more English.
Yeah, she's getting a better control of the language.
Her English is improving. There are some gaps,
of course,
but I'm sorry, but this part kind of kills me a little bit.
Well, before we find out what's happening,
before that, because Artemis and
is it flashback?
Flashback
to the end of last episode.
Because Artemis is asking if she remembers anything, and we actually get flashes of. From when she woke up.
The previous episode, when they were all in a big group saying, what are we going to do now?
Well, yeah, there is that, isn't there?
Yeah. He's like, all right, Halo, you get taken care of. Artemis, you take care of her. Brion, Connor, you take care of him. Jace, you take, Black Lightning, you deal with that.
Right.
And she's just like, oh, Jesus Christ. And he's like, she's really upset about this. So this is when she turns and notices that, the orange aura has Halo floating again. And she's like, no, not in public, not in public.
Yeah, it's like, please, not in public. But now,
Yeah, Artemis asks her, and then she says Nightwing is running background checks and they have no idea who she is.
But so they're trying to figure out. And of course, she's like, yeah, so until that time, I think maybe you can help me out with this.
Does she ask her about her hijab now, I think?
Not yet.
I think just when she says, like, oh, so what's the deal with the hijab? She's like, why are you wearing that if you don't know why? Or...
No, that's later.
Ah, okay. But they're walking towards the big willow
You may
tree.
not remember but maybe this can help out a little bit.
Yep.
And that's when we go to, like, this weeping willow kind of tree that's,
huge
like, covered.
Tree, yep.
And both of the girls walk in, and we see Dr. Fate appear.
Yeah, out of a portal.
Sorry, this part kills me.
Yeah, it's very sad.
But anyway, and Dr. Fate's just like, where's the girl? He's like, she's on her way, but...
before that, yeah. I'm not what I'm saying, when she says, like, she's on her way, but can you check out my friend here?
She's on her way, but can you maybe give her a magic look over? And, Dr. Fate is like does some magic, and he's like, a very old soul in a young body. I wonder why that is. And Artemis is like, what? And that's when we see Zatanna appear. And, of course, if you remember anything from Season 1, actually...
Yeah, way back then.
Way back in Season 1, you realize just how important this scene is.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Dr. Fate's like...
Nobu's just like, we have... the agreement is 1 hour.
The agreement is 1 hour. And Zatanna's like, yes, I understand. And if you break that cut, I know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we hear a different voice in there saying, be glad Nobu is actually allowing this. Takes off the helmet, and you see Satara.
Is he actually aged too? I think he's much older, yeah.
Yes, he is aged. You can definitely tell he's aged.
And they hug, and it's a very, very sad scene.
Oh, no.
And this, we cut back to the security team. Yeah, Edgar, I gotta get a drink of water.
You alright? We cut back to the security team, who, we didn't mention this, but at the beginning of episode 2 of season 3, someone had put on these, the whole layout was something called Good Goggles.
Yeah, from Good World Studios.
Yep, Good World Studios.
We also, when they're walking in the park with Halo and Artemis.
We see
we see a bunch of people doing playing games
or doing something with these
Pokemon Go thing where
they're
running around playing a VR game, AR game, but in real life and bumping into people and they almost knock them over.
Yeah, is AR a form of VR?
Yeah, AR when you have Pokemon Go with the background on.
Right.
That's AR.
But anyway,
but yeah, we see he was wearing the glasses.
Huge boxes.
And if you know DC, and if you know the deal with Glorious Gordon and everything else, as soon as I saw
Gordon. That's what we're calling G. Gordon now?
That's literally what he's called.
That's his
Spoiler
name.
alert.
His first name is Glorious.
Spoiler alert. But as soon as I saw Good, I was like, I know what that is. I know exactly who's behind that.
But anyway, so Dick's like, hey, so why are we doing this? He's like, hey, you're helping me out.
A shipment of Good Goggles, and you guys are protecting it because it is very valuable.
And of course, one of the Harpers is like, dude, what's so great about these? And then of course Roy is like, dude, don't be a fool. These explains all the tech and stuff like that. And then one of my favorite moments in this, other than the epic music with them wearing the security outfits.
Yeah.
This was one of my other favorite moments. Dude, nobody's gonna steal these in broad daylight. You zoom out across the street to a red car where we see Brick and 3 henchmen are and Brick's like, we're gonna steal these in broad daylight. Literally, no joke. That's how it goes.
That was really, really funny.
It was beautiful. I was just like,
yeah,
perfect.
but before that, we see Will Harper, the clone, trying to talk to Dick about yo, when are you gonna deal with this Karaki girl in our house?
And he dismisses it.
Yeah, you're like, hey man, that's
good.
not a problem for now. He's like, no, you need to deal with that. And he's like, oh, come on, you're helping me with this mission. Now, yeah, this is when we after that really funny gag about stealing him in broad daylight from Brick. This is when we go to Metropolis with Helga and Black Lightning on a weird date. This is when I was like, what the heck is up with Jace in this series? Because if this was happening in the dang CW show, I would be losing my mind because, like I said, she is a murderer, crazy, evil mad scientist, and I cannot believe that she's actually on a date with Black Lightning. It's so weird. I have no idea in the comics what their relationship is. Maybe this is a normal thing or not, but I don't know. But
and dude, let's be honest. There's so many universes.
I know, but
it's
I'm
a
just
comic book universe.
But also I like when they like take a bad character and make them good or make them bad. Change their like alignment is really interesting. So I'm like, is she normally good in the comics?
This
is she
is my
normally
first
evil?
time meeting with Jay, so I only know her as this good. Air quote.
There's good scientists. I know her only as a villain, and then this is gone. Like, whoa, it's really. I love the dynamic. It has me on my feet, like second guessing stuff, which is always fun.
Yeah, and it's funny because he's like, it's not much, but it ain't gourmet cuisine, but it just gives her a hot dog.
Yeah, it's
and
really
of course,
funny.
they're talking. Jace feels guilty because all of her work was going to involve kidnapping kids, and of course,
Yeah, Lightning's like, hey man, I know that Ben. We flash back to like when Dick's like, you take care of her.
Yeah,
we're just like assigning everyone to deal with it, not him.
He's like,
He says, hey, I know Bedlam like coerced you into doing it. And she's like, yeah, but I still feel guilty about it. I'm like, I don't know if you're evil. I still don't know if you're evil or not.
we'll learn, but right, if she is evil, she's doing a good job at covering it.
Yeah, Lightning says she can make a new start, and
and he mentions his daughters.
Yeah, and this is when she mentions that she feels responsible for Brion and Halo.
Yeah, like they're her children.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, I got 2 kids. I understand what you're going through. And they have a tender moment.
Yeah, weird meet cutes, which I'm still freaking out about. This one we see Dick, Roy, Jim all
are checking out the
drivers
shipments.
In the car. They're a bunch of weird tattooed thug-looking people, which is hilarious because they're like
and of course all the other Harpers and Dick are like, yeah, they check out, and Will's like, wait a minute. These aren't the drivers. He's like, yeah, their credentials check out. The clipboard never lies. And all of a sudden, we see one of them like smirk back, and Will's like, I know that guy.
Yeah, he's a brick henchman.
He's one of the bricks. And then we get quick to the SUV.
Yeah, it's so amazing.
Dude, this main reason why I like this episode, kids listening. I love the campiness of this episode.
It's very, very
much.
funny. I love the whole like conceit of like them just being like normal. Like security officers just like doing all this crazy stuff. It's really funny.
And now we cut to Pacific Coast Highway. It doesn't say that. Like it doesn't pop up like, oh, this is what it is.
Yeah, I don't know.
But there's, we're getting a car chase.
Yeah, and we see Roy, everyone else in the car, like all just like, hey, we gotta get them. Chase after that car. And it's this. Yeah, so good.
And as this pursuit is happening, we it's like Arsenal gets ready to blast.
Yeah, I just blast him.
Will's like, no, you idiot. We have to protect those things. All of a sudden, you see a red car just like pull up in the lane. It's a 2-lane, by the way, obviously. Yeah. Pull up, and you see it's Brick in a car, like slamming him.
Yeah.
And Arsenal's like, can I shoot that guy? And was like, duh!
Yeah, it's really funny because he pulls out a gun. He's like, what the heck? Like, these security officers are insane.
But
that's
then
so good.
We go,
back to Happy Harbor?
Yeah, then we go back to Happy Harbor, where we see Connor, is this when he's fixing he's fixing a motorcycle.
Yeah, and he flashes back to, like, Dick saying, you take care of the prince.
Yeah, you take care of this guy. And then, of course, Brion is like,
can't you hire somebody to fix this?
Hire someone to fix this.
He's like, I want to do this. This is my own thing. I'm doing. Is he fixing it for somebody? He says.
Oh yeah. He's like, why do you even bother with this? He's like, look, first it was, why are you bothering with this? You have your own. He's like, well, I'm doing this for someone.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do it. And it's like, then it escalates to, why are you even fixing it yourself? You've got all these powers. Hire someone else to get someone else to do it. He's like, I want to do this.
Yeah,
and then of course, like he's so confused. Like Brion is so confused as to why this bike is so important and why doing it himself is important. And then that kind of throws like a, what was it?
It's a clutch spring.
A clutch spring, yeah. And he goes, clean this up. Go and clean this.
Yeah, and
then you'll understand.
Yeah, it's already like, he's like, whatever. Back with Brick and the gang. Brick flies off of the bridge when they shoot him.
Yep.
But he climbs on top of the SUV. It's very, very funny. He punches his way through the roof, and they're freaking out, like all dodging his punches and stuff.
Well, you wanted the convertible.
Yeah, so.
And the other joke I like was Will when Brick punches. Will, dude, my insurance premium. Dude, okay, I'm sorry, but you can definitely tell Will is completely a dad.
Yeah, it's so good. It's so funny.
But then, we get more of that going around.
Yeah, Roy grapple hooks onto the thing. Like this is Brick's like, what the heck is with these security guys?
Yeah, because Brick doesn't catch on who they are. He's just like, what are these guys? Then, no. We cut back to Zatara and Zatanna sitting on swings in the park, just talking.
Yeah, this is when Artemis asks about what Halo meant when he said, or what Fate meant when he said that Halo seemed like an old soul.
This is when we see like all these flashes of like from when Halo was being dug to her in the palace. Oh in the palace, to her being in the pod. Wait, what? To her being
she had
no. For her being in the pod, wait, I don't remember. And from her being back as a actual in Karak, being attacked. Wait, what? What? And then of course she stops and she goes that she doesn't remember anything.
Yeah, she's like, all I remember is darkness.
You can see like she has like a look on her face. She's just like nothing.
Yeah,
darkness.
This is when we pass back to Will driving the car.
But before that, because before the whole asking like Halo, we're just gonna call her Halo, is confused as to why they're there if they can't hang out.
I don't think that's resolved. Yeah, not yet.
No, it's not resolved yet, but she brings it up.
Yeah,
she's like, "Why are we here if we can't like hang out with them?" She's like, "This isn't the part we're here for."
Yeah, and this is when she says.
That's when we bring up the whole past thing.
Yeah.
Now we cut back
to Will and the party.
The security squad.
Yeah, and the SUV. He drives up past two of the cars, and this is when Jim gets on one, right?
Yeah, everyone gets on one.
Roy jumped on last time with his grapple hook. Now
Jim is next, and then Brick tears the roof of the SUV completely.
Yeah, and he grabs the steering wheel.
Yeah, and he's like, I don't like this, and then tears off the steering wheel. Yeah. And then Will and Dick both jump on the third truck.
Yeah, while
and
it goes
then
over
the SUV goes off the bridge. Yeah, goes off. I was hoping Will was going to say something about the SUV.
That was hilarious.
He didn't. But then and then of course
this is when they say, like, at least we got rid of Brick.
And then we see Brick
cuts
underneath
under the car, scratching his back up with the road. That's hilarious. And now we're back to the sad part.
Yep.
Zatanna and Zatara say Zatara says
Zatara's
goodbye.
like, all right, it's time. And Zatanna is
like, it's not enough time.
Like, it's not enough. And he's like, and Zatara even he's like, I know it's not.
Yeah.
But we have to follow his instructions to the letter.
Yeah.
If we don't, we'll never get time.
Yeah,
puts on the helmet. Dr. Fate leaves.
Oh, before he says he loves her, and then he kisses her forehead.
Yes,
and then,
you're right.
Yeah, puts the helmet back on.
Yep, his helmet on. Really he leaves. Up. She Zatanna breaks off, and Artemis, hugs her, trying to comfort her, and that's when Halo finally realizes, this is the part we're here for.
Yeah, it's a very, very sad, just completely distraught scene. It's really messed up.
Dude, I'm sorry.
Everything with Fate.
I'm gonna keep bringing this up, but
everything with Fate in them is like really good. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean. Just the fact that they decided to show this, that they actually have an agreement by the way, it's 1 hour every year.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, dude, Zatanna said it best. It's not enough time.
Absolutely not.
But yeah, just seeing this, I legitimately had to pause it because, I felt so bad.
Yeah, it's really, really saddening scene.
Man.
It's really good. Yeah.
But now let's try to get things back to a cheerier mood. Back to the security squad.
Yeah, Roy is able to force the first truck to pull over and stop.
Oh yeah, that's right, because he has the gun. He's like, pull over, and the guy's like, yep.
Jim managed to get inside the cab, and he punches the driver and takes the wheel.
Yep, punches the driver and just takes the wheel. And then we get to the third one.
Yeah.
Where it takes a little longer, because not only, because this is when Brick reveals himself, and but before that happens, sorry, I always forget his name. Will is like, all right, Dick, start talking. I know why you did this. It's like, are you sure about that? Yes, I do, Dick. I know you're trying to find oh wait, no, yeah. He's like, you need the man up and actually take over. And then as they're arguing, this is when Brick comes in. He's like, dude, we're having a moment here. It's like, well, you ruined my moment, so it would be a... So as they're fighting...
Also, we say Dick accidentally calls Will Wall.
Wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he still can't... Yeah, he
still can't Wally West?
But, no, I was going to say, he still can't get over the fact that his name is Will, not
No.
Roy. But then, we actually... Because he said Wall, this is when Will's like, look, Wally ain't here to say it, so I'm going to. You need to move on.
Yep.
I get it. You're trying to keep yourself in check because you don't have Wally. You need to give yourself a reality check. Well, here's the reality check. I get it. It's sad, but now you need to move on. Now you need to do something with these kids.
Yeah.
And of course, Dick's like, but I don't do groups anymore. I know because of Wally. but now is different. The mission has changed.
Yeah, it's really cool. And this is when Brick's like, "Hey, quit talking, I'm here," and they're just like, "Whatever," and they lift him up, throw him off the thing.
They literally like both like do like a double like the grapple kind of thing. Where it's like
gorilla press.
Hey, put me down. Okay, he makes a good point. Yeah, looks down. Oh, this ain't right. Throws him off, and of course, Brick is Brick, so that doesn't kill him.
I love when he's just like, he's just like, how much are they paying? You guys can't possibly be making enough money to be doing this dedicated.
But I like it too because like just the fact that he's like, put me down. He's like, well, he is getting heady. He's just, this ain't right. And then of course after that, Brick. He
throws him in front of the truck and he throws him behind and he gets
in front of the truck. Because
he gets
the guy
run over.
Runs over, and then again, it's Brick, doesn't kill him.
That's
and then they are like, "Hey," like Dick and Wall. See, I did it.
Yeah,
Wall will like go to the side. And they're like, "Hey, you might want to give up." The guy's like, "I surrender."
Yeah,
pull over, and like he's going towards the cliff.
Yeah,
and he's like, pull over. Get right. And then of course they get
them stopping the cars and the police arriving, arresting them.
Yeah. My favorite part of this entire episode, the final like yes moment was Brick looks, "Who are you guys?" And the other Harpers, including Dick, that are not Will, say, "But we're what was it called?
Bow Hunter Security."
Yeah, we're Bow Hunter Security. I was like, oh.
And they forgot the catch line also, always on point.
Yeah, always on point.
And he's like a finger gun.
I'm just like, oh yes. And then of course, after all of that happens, Will's like, hey. And Will goes over to Dick.
Yeah,
and
Dick's like, hey man,
yeah,
you're right.
You're right. I need to do something about this. I need to start getting over it. He's like getting over it. And Will's like, well, we do have one more thing on the agenda. And then you actually see more police officers going into an abandoned building where you see like people getting arrested. And you see some kids
before that, Dick does say he'll take care of Halo, Brion, and Jace.
Right.
And then he goes to, the next day with them like, Will figures like, okay, well, it's going to be the beginning of a Harper family business. With all the
and of course, Roy's like, don't push it.
Yeah, it's really funny.
But then we actually find out that we just see the end result of the metahuman trafficking bust.
Yeah, and we see them all in their outfits. Of course, like Will has like a paunch now because he's been so retired.
And of course, Will's just like, oh wait. What does Will wear?
Will is in his Speedy costume.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. He's in like the actual Red Arrow costume.
Yeah.
Where Arsenal is in
Arsenal outfit.
Well, it's still Red Arrow outfit, but it's the Arsenal one.
Yeah.
And then you see like Jim in Guardian outfit.
Yeah.
And then you see Nightwing. I thought we looked better in our security outfits. No, we do not.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
And that's where it ends. I'm like,
that was a really good episode.
Dude, it was my favorite. Of these five, at least, that one was the one that because don't get me wrong. See, I'm the kind of guy that gets into a story.
Mm-hmm.
Those first 3 episodes were extremely serious.
Yeah.
And it built up what the main premise is gonna be, and I'm just like, okay, I get it, I like this. Every time you get to a serious point, you need something to offset it. You need something light and cheery. I think they knew that too, because the next episode after that season premiere and after all of the seriousness, we get to freaking hilarious.
Yeah, a really silly plot that's really intriguing and funny.
Oh, I should note this, by the way. At the end of every episode, this is a brand new thing for season 3. It's nothing important to the story, nothing important to anything.
Yeah, the credits.
But the credit scene are not just normal credit scenes, because they have just some random thing.
It's like a static image, or not static image, but a scene of just some innocuous random thing from the episode. I think it was the motorcycle in this one.
I don't know, because with the first 3 episodes, they actually did have the credits. For some reason, on the site that I used to watch this, this episode didn't have it. They cut it.
It had on. I'm watching on a DC app, and it showed. Yeah, they all have the credit ending thing with a picture of something, and the credits just silently with the soft music.
Was it just the motorcycle?
I think it might have been the motorcycle. I think it's the last one with Wolf, or did
no? We haven't gotten there yet.
I'm saying it's the last one when they mention Wolf. Because I have the thing to say about my dogs and Wolf reminding me of them. But
oh yeah, we forgot. We did forget.
Is it Brion talk about it in this one or the next one?
The ending with Wolf?
No, I'm saying does Brion mention does that dog do anything?
That was this episode.
Okay,
because that was one of the things where he's like, you got powers. Does that dog do anything?
Yeah.
It's like, that dog is Wolf, and that's what he pretty much does.
He sleeps all day.
Retired.
I was gonna say because my two, like my 15-year-old dog and my 14-year-old dog, literally just sleep like freaking 23 hours of the day.
Sounds about right if they need it.
Yeah, Wolf is technically probably old at this point, so it's like he's tired.
But he's still like
he's a weird mutant, so it could be even worse.
Yeah. But
yeah,
this episode was definitely needed.
A very, very adorable episode. Yeah.
Oh, but hey, one that I know you'll like.
This one, of course.
Next episode, dude. The moment I started watching this episode, one thing happened, one person showed up, and even I was like, yes!
Well, I would say, it starts with one thing, but at the end, I'm like, oh, it's that something else happens with it related to, once again, the CW.
I think we'll get to that.
Something I can't stop bringing up the CW shows, relevance happens.
But now we should actually tell them what this final episode of this episode is.
Episode 5...
Away Mission.
We open on New Genesis!
Which
I was so happy.
When I saw New Genesis, I'm like, cool.
Yeah, I'm like, whoa!
Because knowing the season finale of season 2, knowing that Apocalypse.
Yeah, where this is going with Apocalypse. Also seeing the spoiler ad poster image with Apocalypse, I'm like, oh! So yeah.
And if you look at the intro sequences, there is like a little Apocalypse.
Yeah, it shows like
text on the back. But anyway, I'm like, okay, finally, we're gonna get to the main thing. We don't, but spoiler, we don't. But
yeah, but still, really good episode.
We see
a bunch of bugs.
Yeah, a bunch of guys.
The lower citizens of New Genesis that aren't the gods.
Yeah, that are like the beings that live below the gods.
Yeah.
They don't name drop, but they only name drop one of them, the red one.
They don't mention him yet. Oh, did they mention him yet? I don't think
we can
they don't name him. It's Forager.
There's someone.
Also, he's on the front of the poster, and I had no idea who that character was. Yeah, so what the hell's that thing?
There's a smaller red one who's known as Forager.
Yeah, they're a bunch of four-armed, insectoid-looking humanoid.
And then there's like
people.
A bigger, like leader green one who's known as Mantis.
Yeah, but they aren't mentioned yet. I don't believe. Oh, so wait a second. Okay, now I'm freaking out because I'm thinking of, is that the same Mantis as the villain who I believe is from Apocalypse named Mantis? I'm like, wait a second, is that one?
We can look that up later.
Yeah, probably.
Yes,
I will look it up.
I got him to think.
I know.
I never get you to do that.
I love all of the Space DC Apocalypse New Genesis stuff, and I absolutely. This might be my honestly that last one's your favorite. This might be my favorite because I just love New Genesis so much.
Not gonna lie. Yes, I see. I grew up more with Batman than Superman, unlike you. Who grew up with Superman and Batman. I like Batman a lot, and I just the concept of Batman and all of the villains and stuff. But ever since I started watching like Justice League and stuff like that, and even this show, New Genesis and Apocalypse, I'm starting to like that a lot.
Yeah,
like
that's really, really
holy
good stuff.
Crap, a lot. But of course
we see the bugs bringing a bunch of barrels of stuff. Big
boxes of things, and we see
Orion.
Orion. I'm like, dude, I know Orion.
Yeah, of
only
course.
there's something off about him.
He's like,
I don't remember. I don't remember him having red eyes.
Yeah, and also he's with two weird, freaky looking monster people.
Like ugly looking.
I was just like, I know a lot of New Genesis characters. Who are these two weirdos? Do I know them?
Yeah, that's what I was
going through my Rolodex in my head.
I'm like, what are these two gods?
Yeah.
And then of course Orion's like, Orion's pretty much like not necessarily like this. You got the goods. And then the bugs open up the boxes and show crystals.
Yeah, a bunch of weird crystals.
He's like, we have the crystals. You got the books. Yeah. And then he's like, patience. Books.
And then like these two weird looking monsters. One is
one's looks like he's like completely rock with no like facial features whatsoever.
Yeah.
The other one is a big like hunchback, giant,
weird boil covered monster, which like these really weird looking things. I was gonna say, but it looks like one of the big slate looking one looks like reminds me of something from or one of the teachers from My Hero Academia. Cementos, I think his name is.
Yeah, I know which one you.
Yeah,
wait, you actually watch that show?
Of course I do. We're fist bumping.
I was gonna say I haven't picked up on it because I'm still way behind on it.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I watched that show too. I actually think that's amazing.
But yeah, anyway, like these two weird giant things kind of bring down their side of the deal. Yeah,
their side of the deal. And of course, the bugs go to grab it, and they disappear because they were holograms.
They're holograms. Wait, what the heck? And Orion's like, suckers, and then like takes the two minerals and like did they try to fight right now?
Oh, they try to fight, but then we see like the rock guy can like move his body in some
weird way.
He
sends like weird arms out of nowhere.
Yeah,
and just
and then the weird pustule thing.
Yeah, just like
he literally just explodes his boils, and they like are like acid and stuff. And he's like, haha. Lower beings. They grab the 2 crates of crystals and they leave.
Yeah, and Mantis is just like, the new gods have no honor. They're awful. And then like Forager's like, something's wrong.
Yeah, and Forager just sits there
like,
with like a blank
evil.
stare, like,
Yeah, it's just kind of questioningly.
And this is when we get the intro title.
Yep, intros, and then we get back
cut
to Happy
Harbor. And then,
Brion,
Brion is
on the phone with his brother.
Yeah, which I thought, since he was away from the city, I didn't know if he was able to have contact with him.
He should be able to call him, I'm sure.
Yeah, but this proves that, he can contact him. And we also, they're like talking about how, Parliament's like
trying to get a ban on metahumans and trying to deport all the Karaki citizens. Which I'm like, he's in charge. You should be able to not do that.
Yeah, and that's exactly what Brion says. He's like, you're in charge. He's like, look, I'm doing everything I can. Everything's gonna be fine. We'll get you into the city. We'll get you in. And then, of course, Connor, McGann, and Snapper Carr.
Yeah, what's he there for? Is he teaching somebody something? Or is he I forget why he was there. They said why he was there. I forgot.
Wait, I know, this is his house.
Is it his house that they're using?
Because later on, when Brion is practicing his thing, Snapper says, "Watch out for the trees."
Oh yeah,
for my trees.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's Snapper's place.
Yeah, but they're all there, kind of like chilling out. That's when Dick shows up.
Yep, Dick shows up. But in a boom tube.
No, Dick doesn't show up.
Yeah,
Dick shows up and he's like, "Hey guys, what's going on?"
You know,
it's just they're like having an outside dinner or something like that.
Yeah, they're just outside, chilling out and everything.
Yeah, and then a boom tube and Bear.
Oh, come on. A boom tube, you build it up. A boom tube appears, and you see the best new god ever, Bear.
He's not so great. He's not the All-Father. or Orion.
Excuse you. He's Bear.
Bear is dope.
Yeah, dude.
Also, you should stop yelling Bear before my dog starts freaking out. My dog named Bear comes out and starts barking.
That was actually kind of the point. I wanted to hear it.
Bear.
But anyway, you see the new god Bear. I like him the most.
He's really cool.
Of the 5 new gods that met Connor, I liked him the best.
I'm about to say, actually, of all the new gods, Apocalypse and Granny Goodness and all their...
we haven't met them all yet.
Desaad and all of them, yeah.
But anyway, Bear goes up, he's like, Connor, my old friend, I spear... Granny's
really happy. He's like, there's trouble on New Genesis.
I like this too, because
he's speaking his crazy language still, or does...
he starts off, he's like, some language, he's like...
he fixes his machine.
Yeah, okay, it fixes the translator machine. He's like, my friends! I'm like, dude, Bear's also... I like how he also splits from, like, it's good to see you all, blah, 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 but something important is happening, and blah, 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 blah. No, something important is happening.
Yeah, and he begins to there's so much to tell you, and then again, it's like, I can just telepathic everyone to know what happened.
He's like, oh yes, I forgot this. That's right, because Connor's like, you've met my fiancée.
Yeah.
He's like, you've chosen her as your life mate. This is wonderful. And after he does the telepathic thing, he's just like, he's like, you have chosen a fine mate, but now's not the time.
Or he's just like, I'm having some trouble with Dreamer. Anyway.
He mentions Dreamer, so it's just like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
But anyway, so what's happening now that we're done with all of this?
She psychics that there has been violence between the new gods and the bugs that live below. And they're just like, we need to do something about this. We need to investigate. I need your help, my Earth people. And this is when
but he brings up something else.
What?
He brings up
Orion? They're saying Orion did it, but Orion's...
No. He brings up Orion, and he brings up the 2 people who are with him. Because he brings up that those 2 creatures that were with Orion have similar makeups to Earthlings. And now, the reason why Bear has come over there is so that he can find Earthlings, so that, they can help out, because he doesn't know much about Earthlings.
He says he talked to Forager? Is what he says he did that?
Yeah,
Forager told him that there were strange monsters at the time.
Forager contacted Bear and them.
And told him that the mother box scanned him and said, there's human DNA there.
Yeah, so there was human DNA.
Yeah, and of course... Connor's just like, they might be metahumans, people from the Markovian situation, and McGann is just like, we need to bring an actual team to deal with this.
And Connor's like, I need to talk to you. He's like, look, Dick's here to get, Brion and stuff. I feel like I need to stay here so I can oversee all this. And McGann's like, it's fine. She's like, it's fine. I was hoping you could come, but I mean, you're right. You need to do this. And so McGann's like, don't worry. I'll deal with this. But don't worry. We have more coming. And then it cuts to different places.
El Paso.
Yeah, it cuts to El Paso, where you see
Jaime Reyes, Bart Allen, and DC... a known DC superhero, Tracy 13, a.k.a. Tracy Thurston. She is a magic user.
Okay. Yeah, because
she has a lot of...
Later on, I had a feeling it was magic. We'll bring that up.
Before I looked it up, I thought that she was Jinx. And I was like, is Jinx good in this series? Because she was like, her powers for making like bad luck happen.
But you said
I was like, is she? No, Tracy 13 is like a huge DC character.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
She's had her own comic for a lot.
13.
Yeah, she's had a lot of comics. She's just like a teen witch girl with magic and stuff. But like, she's had a comic for a long time. She's been a long running character.
Also, as that's happening,
they're watching Space Trek through 3016.
And of course, I think it's Jaime. Jaime's like, dude, you can't hear anything in space. This doesn't make sense. And of course, Tracy's like, you don't watch this for the physics.
Yeah, she's watching it for the old Garth's cute self. Suddenly, they receive messages from Magan of a mission.
Yep, and we go to the Watchtower where Wonder Girl and Static also got word.
They just chill out there all day, I wonder.
That's a good question. I don't know. Oh, I mean, they have maybe they were the first ones there because
Wonder Girl's a relatively normal person, and Static has this whole family situation.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm saying maybe they just got there. Like Static was like, "Hey, gotta go."
Yeah, exactly.
Well, then again, in this he's older, so he might not actually.
I think he's still a teen.
Is he still a teen?
It's only been 2 years since the last season.
Fair enough. But anyway, so everyone's there, and everyone shows up, including Bear, and they all go and
they meet at Happy Harbor, and they find the mission, right?
Yeah.
They discover like, okay, the mission is this, and like,
this is the mission, and they go.
They go to New Genesis via Boom Tube.
Yes,
and
they do.
This is when Connor goes to, is it the like I thought it was like a garage where he goes to get the Zeta Tube.
It's actually in his basement.
Okay, yeah, it's under the house. It says.
Yeah, it's under the house. Yeah. But anyway, he's like, "Yep, he's like, well, I have my own secrets. It looks like, or I guess McGann also knew about this too.
Yeah,
he just takes a cover off and you see a boom tube.
Yeah, and this is when the team from the first intro pop out.
Sorry, this one's a Zeta tube. My bad.
Yeah, Zeta. Yeah, it is Dick Grayson, Artemis, Jefferson Pierce, aka Black Lightning, and Halo all arrive.
Yep.
And Dick says that he's hacked the Justice League computers to try to get some information on who this girl is, and it's just,
And nothing yet.
Yeah, nothing yet. The computers add a new designation. Oh, yeah, the G designation for people who retired, like Pierce, so he had a weird thing. That was really funny.
But anyway, we cut back to New Genesis, where we see the team investigating the site where Orion was.
Oh, I was going to say, wait, before that, Halo asks if the Justice League computers are able to, find anything about her background. And they say still nothing. But
still nothing.
They say a little bit about her powers. But, then they go back to, the team on New Genesis investigate the bugs.
You know what we missed completely?
Hmm?
We missed the training scene.
They don't train yet.
Oh, no, is that later?
Yeah, it's a little bit later.
Okay, never mind then.
This is when they first arrive on New Genesis and they talk to the bugs, and the bugs don't trust them.
The bugs are upset, but Forager's like, wait, I called them. And it's like, you called the new gods and these meta-humans?
Yeah, these meta-humans.
Now dare.
Yeah, they have their weird clicking like my character from my podcast. Yeah. Forager.
Which, by the way, I recognize that kind of clicky thing from something else. More on that later.
Yeah. Forager intervenes and says like, hey, everybody be peaceful. Orion's the bad guy. And Bear's like, Orion's great. How dare you filthy bug say this about him?
Well, he's like, clearly, that's an imposter. And of course they're like, oh yeah, a new guy would say that thing.
He says that the real Orion is not even on New Genesis.
Yeah, he's far away right now.
I think, is Orion the one? Like, the deal with New Genesis and Apocalypse, the way they tried to make peace was they switched the Allfather and Darkseid's sons.
Orion was Darkseid's
He's Darkseid's son, and then Caliban is his son.
Yes.
Who's like, that's what... I've even read a lot of stuff recently about why they are the way they are.
I remember that from Justice League, that Orion...
I think that might have been from Superman.
It could have been originated from that, but I remember that being said in Justice League.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I remember that Orion was Darkseid's son.
Yeah.
And which
Caliban, he's like that weird little gorilla-looking monster. Yeah, it's like a weird hairy gorilla man.
And Caliban was the Allfather's son. But in order to make the truce work between Apocalypse and New Genesis, they traded their sons.
Yep. I'm certain I've seen Mantis in something DC related.
Anyway,
I'm gonna keep like combing my brain for where I've seen him pop up and what comic it was.
Anyway, we go back to Connor and Connor and crew, and how they're discussing about the Helga's status, and where's what's the deal with Halo? Where is she from? And they just say we gotta team up with this team, figure stuff out. Yeah, we'll figure things out. And
also, he wants to question if Brion and Halo are ready to join the actual team to fight missions.
And this is funny because as Brion is doing his thing, Halo good-natured girl as she is, wanted to see if she could help with his problem.
Yeah, see, like,
what?
Dick suggests that they all try to help Brion demonstrate his abilities.
Yep, and of course, I like it. It's like, shoot the rock.
Yeah.
Don't obliterate it. And, you know...
He just watch the trees, and then Disney immediately, like, shoot past the trees and then blow up the...
Well, no.
Or that a little bit later, it might be.
He shoots once, and it doesn't go far enough. Shoots it a second time, goes a little farther, but not. Then he gets upset and just goes, and just, like, shoots everything. And, of course, this is when at first, Snapper's like, and watch out for my trees. And then now you see, like, and you see, like, the trees on fire. And he's like, my trees!
Yeah, before that, or I don't know if it's after or before, but yeah, we cut back to McGann shapeshifts into a bug to do another mission, do another trade with this fake Orion to find out what the deal was.
And then, of course, it happens where he's like, we've got food. The bugs are like, we've got food, and Orion's like, oh, please.
Yeah,
but... And as all this is happening, McGann's like,
wait a second.
Oh, I know this.
Yeah, you're like, I know what that is.
She literally turns into a white Martian, her like, true self.
Yeah.
It flies over and says, you.
Explain what you're doing.
Explain. And he's like, not here. Let's go. And she's like,
Yeah, and the team's like, well, what's going on? This is weird.
And she's like, hey, everyone, stay here.
Yeah, and this is when we come back to Earth with Brion trying to control his powers.
But first.
And losing control.
But first, we get to Halo.
Yep.
Because Halo's doing the... no. Wait, what's Brion?
He does his powers first.
Yeah,
and then,
yeah. And we already told you how that works.
Yeah, Halo.
Then we go to
is
Halo,
Artemis
who's
exploring
Artemis
the
is
auras,
like, yep. Oh yeah, that's right. They actually do mention that they're called auras.
Yeah, and she manages to generate a yellow one and delivers an energy blast that sends her flying back into
I love it because it's like, Artemis is like, hey, if this gets too crazy, let me know. So she starts off with red, which is shield. Yeah. Then she goes to orange, which is flying, and then she turns yellow, and she's like, wait, it's like, wait. What's the? She's like, am I broken? This doesn't do anything. Artemis is like, no. You just found a new one. Focus on it. Let's see what it does. And it shoots an energy blast, which knocked her into the car, knocking her out, which makes her go into purple aura, which
where
is
she
healing
heals
aura.
herself. Yeah.
It's like, huh. Okay.
Yeah. Back with the other gang on New Genesis. McGann talks to the fake Ryan and the other two metas, and she says, "It's my little brother."
Yep.
Macam Ors.
Yep, Macam Ors. I'm glad you can remember those names.
Oh, yeah. He is a white Martian, and this is when another huge CW connection, he has taken on the name Mafala'ak, which is malefic, which in normal things is... You just fart.
No.
Okay.
I heard that too. I think that was upstairs.
Okay, probably some dogs knocking something over. Mafala'ak is the brother of John Jones in normal comics. Oh. He is an evil green Martian on the CW shows, played by Phil Lamar, huge voice actor, of course. But and Malefak is like a weird condition or something like this, or a monster, a make-believe monster.
Yes, but here's the thing. Here's all right. We're gonna get a lot of drops here for a second. Because here's the first drop. Because he wants to get revenge on the green and red Martians.
Yeah, that's when I was like, wait, what?
I stopped. I'm like, wait a minute. There's red ones?
Yeah, that's what I was like, what is he talking about?
Then we get like a flashback of when, how, because, McGann's trying to get him to calm down and, do this a different way. And we get a flashback of when they were kids. And this is the other thing that confused me. Mm-hmm. Because you see green Martians being weird. They look as ugly as the white Martians.
Yeah, that's their real form.
I didn't. Well, see, in my mind, I thought green Martians' true self was like McGann showed, the bald looking whatever. No. I didn't know Martians just looked like those creatures.
Yeah, that's what they all look like.
What? You see, that was my thing. I'm like, what?
Yeah, but we see them getting bullied by a green Martian, and then he turns into
McGann starts to defend.
Yeah.
But of course, well, what's his name?
Just Macam Moores.
Macam. There, we'll go with Macam.
Yeah.
Macam's like, you can't always defend. So that's when he turns into that weird creature and attacks.
Yeah, he presumably kills the Martian, and they're still dealing with that. McGann explains you gotta be nice and you gotta be calm. We can make peace on Earth and all this stuff.
Right.
This is when we come back to the bugs, and they're just like, they're evil.
Yep. they're evil and stuff.
In exchange, multiple bugs are just like, the New Genesis gods are faking and the Earth gods are bad too, and they're just getting ready to fight.
Like, nah.
He says, I'm using the bugs to like get some get money and use them because like obviously the bugs need to overthrow the new gods because they're being oppressed.
And of course, it's
like, here's like weird jumping. I was like, wait, that's what's happening.
It's funny because he's like, he left oppression to go and oppress something.
No, I think he's saying he wants the bugs to fight the new gods for some reason.
Oh no, you're right. Yeah, it was that. But then we cut back before anything else happens. We cut back to Earth Team, where
he says he wants Magun to join him, and then we cut to Earth.
Oh yeah, you're right. It's like, join me, sister. And then of course we cut back where Breon is going to leave. He's like, I can't be here. And of course, Aura's like, no, stay, please.
Dick's like, come on, man.
He's like, look, we can't. And Dick's like, we'll help you find your sister.
Yeah.
And Breon's like, okay, I'll stay.
Yeah. And this is back on New Genesis. Bear and the group try to help Magan, and she's having a psychic battle with Makam at this point.
Which we all know, at this point, we all know that a psychic battle means they're both just standing there.
Of course.
And then everyone else, there's a big fight between. At first, it was the two metahumans and Team Bear.
Yeah.
But then the bugs are like, we hate everyone.
Yeah, dude, attack
And then
everyone.
of course Mantis and crew go to a roll and like attack.
Yeah, they're like turning their weird pill bug
Forager
form.
just sits there like
no, you can't. He decides he's gonna help the humans.
Yep. And so as everything's happening, Forager goes and helps the humans out.
Yeah, but in the psychic battle, Magan is easily like holding off Makam. Like, come on, man, you come to Earth and join us and be good. And he's just like, oh, you're right.
Yeah,
maybe
Makam's
I could.
like, yeah, and dude, I instantly knew it was going to happen, and it happened.
Of course.
He's like, oh, you're right. Please teach me. Can you teach me how to be nice?
Yeah.
Again, like,
sure.
No, she just starts floating forward, and then that's when he goes to, like, beam. And then, of course, like, a image of Connor just blocks it.
Yeah.
And she's like, clearly, I can't.
Hey, you're gonna beat me. I'm impossible to beat. It's really fun.
Yeah. And then of course he's like, I hate all of this. You bugs, I better not see you bugs, or else I'll kill you all. And then just like phase shifts. Bloop, 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 bloop.
Oh no, he explodes the two metas.
Oh yeah, that.
He makes their powers go over.
By the way,
and he
just so
kills
you know,
them.
there's as if you didn't hear this from earlier, but there's gonna be a lot of like pretty heavy scenes.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of death in this season.
Even if there's a lot of, even if it's like deep, like just now, what we just said, metahumans, innocent humans who have like a metagene,
likely teen kids.
Yeah,
they're all kids technically.
And the Martian boy decided to literally kill them.
Yeah, explode them to
explode their brains or something.
I think they blow up. I think they had like entirely, right?
No. They like you see the like kind of get messed up, and like some stuff from their eyes and their mouth. It is gross.
Yeah, it's really gruesome. They both die, and then Mantis says that Forager, the little young bug, is a traitor, and he tells him to leave, and they're not going to trust any new gods or humans, and everyone get out of here.
Yeah, pretty much. They don't trust
even though McGann is just like, it was a Martian, and he's like, I don't care, I'm stupid, I'm Mantis. Everyone get out of here.
And then of course, they're like, and so Bear like boom tubes. He's like, Bear's like, I'll try to help everything out here.
But
in the meantime,
Forager, you can't stay here. You have to come. And...
Yeah, dude, I can't. Even Bear's kind of broken up about it. He's like, dude, I can't believe I'm saying this, but New Genesis isn't safe for you.
It's really, and like Forager doesn't want to go. He's reluctant, but he needs to go, and he decides to leave with McGann and the team, and that's where the episode ends.
Yep, and I was gonna say before that because Forager's like, I don't want to leave, and McGann's like, I know, but it's temporary, not forever.
Yeah.
And then they all leave, and that's where the last.
I know we barely mentioned Blue Beetle and everyone else like actually being there for the whole Tracy 13.
Yeah, but it's like fight stuff.
Yeah, they're all just fighting. They weren't really plot important, but yeah. And then that episode ends. This is the last episode for this batch of episodes. I love this one because I just love all New Genesis, New God stuff. I love the bugs, Mantis. I'm certain I've seen something with Mantis. I don't think I've ever seen Forager in anything, and I barely know anything about the bugs on New Genesis.
Right.
I was like, wait, I know. Yeah, it was a really good episode. I loved it.
It was great, but like I said.
And Mephalak being malefic, pretty much is what it's supposed to be, like malefic, the word. Wars.
Yeah, but Macam is now a new villain.
Yeah.
And
the White Martian
dude, I was just happy because I got to see Bear.
Bear's great.
I miss the new
I like
guys.
the design of the bugs on the Genesis.
They were cool. They were like pill bug.
They're big, wide, muscular bug dudes, and they have a really cool design.
They really do, yeah. It's just, I thought it was hilarious that the head pill bug was named Mantis.
Yeah, it's really
then again, in Finding Nemo, a clownfish was named Marlin. So.
Yeah, okay.
It's like a bug being named another bug.
Yeah, it's very bizarre, but I like those.
Then again, people, I mean, you're a person that's named after another person. So.
Yeah, you're right. Crazy people thoughts and everything.
Dumbness aside, dumb humor aside.
But yeah, really great start to this season. I'm very hyped to watch this.
Oh my goodness, I can't wait because now when I get home.
Yeah, 4 episodes next. It's a 4.
Correct. Until, because... The way we're doing this one, in case we didn't say this before, we start the first episode of Young Justice Season 3, like we did now, is 5 episodes. All the other subsequent episodes until the final episode
are going to be
4 episodes, because the final episode is going to be another 5.
Yep, and I am pumped for that, as you cannot believe. I'm hyped to watch more of these episodes. This season is so good.
This is going to be crazy. Although this does beg the question, for later, obviously, but... Season 3 is the last part of Young Justice for now.
It was announced for a 4th season.
Yeah, but we can't...
But not out currently.
Yeah, but not out currently.
And when that happens, we'll have to cover it when it's complete.
Right, but what are we going to do next?
Well, we can't discuss that now. We can discuss that at the end.
That's why I said for later, obviously, but what are we going to do next?
Yeah, we'll reveal it in our next show later, but this was really great. I'm really hyped for these characters. I don't know a lot of what's going to happen.
Hey, I know you know a lot about DC
stuff,
villains and stuff, but here's my question to you, our kind of wrap-up question. Of the newer villains, heroes, and stuff, for this season, as of right now, which one do you like the most, and who do you hope makes an appearance?
Well, probably Forager. We've seen barely anything of him. We've barely seen his personality, but I'm really looking forward to him being on the team and being on Earth.
You like him a lot.
I want to see what he does, but who I want to see appear, I want to see. Like I said, I really don't give a crap about Batman at all. I don't like him, but I would love to see more from that Batman Incorporated team, like Arrowette and Spoiler, who I like in the comics. Stephanie Brown is a really cool Batgirl, and so as Spoiler,
are they called the Outsiders though?
No, Batman Inc. and Outsiders are 2 different things.
Oh, yeah, gotcha.
Because the Batman Inc. is the Batman family, like Batwoman, all the Robins, all the Batgirls, all the other people tertiarily related. I'm looking forward to seeing what that whole storyline is going to be. Right. Because I really like those characters. Yeah. Everyone around Batman I don't like him.
For me, personally, I thought that my favorite character was going to be Halo. Because, she's a unique, different character. Yeah. But honestly, my favorite right now, because I don't know much about him, and they're doing more with him, is Black Lightning.
Yeah, Black Lightning.
Dude, I like how he's playing a more prominent role.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to see why you like him and why a lot of other people like him, surprisingly enough.
He's a great character. Like I said, show's actually good. And so I'm glad to give him so much due in this series. He really deserves it.
But now, as for who I hope will appear, that's a difficult question because, again, I don't know that much stuff yet. I don't know much of you, than you, but it would be interesting to see a certain character from Teen Titans that Beast Boy had a relationship with.
You know what? Minor spoiler, I saw the final episode's name, and I'm like... No. I'm not going to tell you what it is.
Don't say it.
I'm not going to tell you what it is. All right.
Don't say anything.
I was going to say what it was, but yeah.
No, because I want to be completely blind
of course.
Yeah, so don't... And I hope they can be completely blind.
Of course, no one look it up. But yeah, you're hoping that person shows up?
I'm hoping she does.
I have no clue what's going to happen.
Which I'm not going to say anything.
We already gave enough clues.
Right, but we're speculating.
Oh, yeah.
We don't know if there's going to be a prominent thing or not. At least I don't. So that's why I'm not going to name drop yet who it is. But you know I know. So
of course.
But anyway, well, this is a one-sided question now because you already know the answer on my end. But what are your plugs?
Plugs? Oh, of course, Matthew Lewis P on Twitter. Thanks, Greg Cripes. They keep following. Let's say the Forgotten Minotaur King podcast, which is still going strong. Patreon, Matthew Lewis Podcasts on Patreon. Finally have some of the Patreon to shout out. Ed, friend of the show, Ed.
Ed actually.
Yeah, he subscribed to the podcast now, or to the Patreon. That's all my plugs. Oh, the YouTube channel, Matthew Lewis Podcasts, which you could, a good chance if you finding this episode's up there.
which is growing.
Yeah, that's all my stuff.
Yep, and like I said, it was a one-sided question.
Of course.
Because, but now, actually, here's a very small mini interview because I want to ask you something. Because you do have this show that we're doing right now.
Yeah.
You have the Forgotten Minotaur King.
Yep.
Is there anything else coming up for you? Like any other shows that you've at least had in the making, or maybe just other ideas, perhaps?
Speculating on possibly starting another podcast. We will see in the future. But it's something might be in the works. On your end, I know you have something you're working on. Is that getting closer to fruition?
Yes, I haven't said much about it because, well, my situation has become more busy on my end. But hopefully, I do have something only in the brainstorming event right now.
All right.
So, but yeah, I mean, still don't know how that's going to turn out. But either way, yeah. So that was that. If you haven't even, like, if you're for some reason, like, this was the first episode you are listening to.
It'd be random.
Hey, you know, you gotta start somewhere.
Yeah, starting off season, yeah.
Do start with season 1 of this. Listen to at least the first episode of the, was Young Justice our first episode?
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah, okay, go back to episode 1, I cast on that, and also start watching the show. I know seasons 1 and 2 are on Netflix still.
Are they?
I think they actually still are.
Huh.
But I do know that if you have the DC app,
you
can watch all 3 of them.
Yep.
Or other ways if you don't, like maybe a friend who knows anything, because we gotta keep it legal.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, all of that aside, this was Ben Sturgeon.
This is Matthew Lewis. Keep it sleazy.